Hello, everyone. You are live here at Swain County High School tonight for another exciting night of basketball action coming your way. I'm Tubby Burrell, joined along with my partner Jeff Marr, and we're happy to be bringing you Swain High and Smoky Mountain High School basketball down the line. As you can tell, the music just blared us out up here in the booth, and hopefully somebody will turn that down in a second. That's just way too loud. But anyway, Jeff, we've got an exciting night of basketball. We welcome our friends from WRGC to the Maroon Devils Network tonight for this contest between the red-hot Smoky Mountain Mustangs and our Lady Devils. Coming in tonight, the Mustangs are 5-1 with a win last night. And, Jeff, they've really done it by some pretty impressive measures so far this season.
Yeah, they have. They're a great basketball team. The thing about this team is they've been together for a long time. They've been playing together for years. They play tons of travel ball outside the season, and they really play together as a team. It's going to be kind of an exciting game to watch tonight.
Their only loss this season coming in overtime over at Irwin early in the season. Last night was a 59-44 win over West. Our Lady Devils, on the flip side of that, did not play last night. They were scheduled to go to Blue Ridge and play in what would have been a very nice non-conference game to kind of get your feet a little bit more wet. Swain jumped straight into conference schedule right off the bat. That's not easy, as I know you know, to jump straight into it and have to play two conference games before you can even get a non-conference game under your belt.
Yeah, as a coach, you never like that. I tell you like those game, 2-3 games, kind of get your feet wet, play some good competition, kind of see where you stand, where you measure up, things you need to work on before you get into those really important conference matchups.
Well, and that would have been a great contest to measure ourselves by. The Lady Devils 1-2 on the season with a win over Rosman, an impressive win here at home to open their homestand, and then a loss over at Robbinsville and a loss to a very good Mitchell team on the second night of back-to-back games. And the Lady Devils basically led at halftime but didn't have the legs, so to speak, to carry that one all the way through to the end and take that win.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. You know, that's kind of what makes last night's not being able to play kind of hurt a little bit. That would have been a good opportunity to get that loss kind of out of our mouth, get a good win, get a good taste in our mouth, so to speak, and really kind of tool up this game here tonight against Smoky Mountain.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break down the line. You're listening to the Maroon Devils Network and WRGC, so we'll take a break for just a second here. And as we come back, Jeff, as we said, an exciting night, good crowd on hand for the Smoky Mountain and Swain contest tonight. The tale of two teams almost, the red-hot Swain Maroon Devils and the red-hot Lady Mustangs. and the Swain Lady Devils and Smoky Mountains varsity teams sort of on par with each other in terms of the start they've gotten on this season, but both teams would love to kind of reverse direction tonight with a win.
Absolutely. Anytime Smoky Mountain comes to town, you're always going to have a good crowd. You're always going to have a great atmosphere to play in, and you're always going to see a good brand of basketball. And I'm really excited to see our girls tonight and how they're going to stack up against this good Lady Mustangs basketball team. And not to take nothing away, but I'm really excited to see that boys game, as I know our guys have a chip on their shoulder. I think Scotty told me today, December 2004 maybe, since we'd beaten them last.
It's been a long time.
So, a lot of exciting basketball is going to take place here tonight for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, the biggest key for tonight in terms of this women's contest is probably going to be the depth of both teams. Mm-hmm. Lady Devils a little thin up front. They struggle at times to score as well. It's sort of what happened to them against Mitchell the other night. They were doing real well and then hit a lull of ended up being about 6 minutes where they had a hard time scoring. And if that happens tonight, these Lady Mustangs will run away with this.
Yeah, they're very fundamentally sound in what they do, the Lady Mustangs. I was talking to Coach Turner today. He's really excited about the looks that our girls are getting. He's just worried about the shooting percentage right now. The looks are there. They just got to put it in the hole.
All right, we're going to take one more commercial break down the line, and when we come back, we'll have our national anthem and the starting lineup for tonight's contest.
Good evening and welcome to Swain County High School, home of the Maroon Devils. At this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please stand. Both Jackson and Swain counties were saddened this week by the sudden passing of Kelly Deeds Stuckey. Kelly was a loving mom who has children in both Jackson and Swain County school systems. So it seems fitting that on a night where the two counties play each other, that we pause to remember her and her family during this difficult time. Please join me now in a moment of silence to be followed by a prayer from Swain County High student Michael Laws, remembering the life of Kelly Deeds Stuckey.
Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for your many blessings, dear Lord. I thank you for life, dear Lord, that you've given us today. I thank you for these beautiful mountains we call home, dear Lord. I thank you for everything that you've blessed us with, dear Lord. And I come to you on behalf of the Deeds family and the Stuckey family, dear Lord. I ask you to give them peace and comfort in this time, dear Lord, and just help them, dear Lord. Go be with each team tonight, dear Lord, in the games, each game. Bless each team. Whoever wins, dear Lord, may all the glory go to you. I ask these things in your name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts rewatched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets ran where the boats bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now let's meet our starting lineups for tonight's women's contest. First, our visitors from Smoky Mountain High School. Number 10, Shay Sutton. Number 11, Taryn Ledford. Number 15, Shelby Banks. Number 32, Rena Lehman. And number 40, Gemma McCullough. And now for your Lady Devils. And on guard number 12, Lindsay Hicks. At the other guard, number 14, Alyssa Smith. And one forward, number 20, Kimmy Jones. Your other forward, number 23, Taylor Medley. And the other forward, number 24, Grace Kay.
And we're back, Jeff, almost set for tip-off here from Swain County High School. And nice rendition of the national anthem there by Megan Lucas. Very enjoyable and much well-deserved notice of Kelly Stuckey, who passed away this week.
Absolutely. I saw Coach Dietz over there. It just tears my heart up to see him. It's awesome that he's here. It's awesome that Jack played tonight.
And he played well, too, folks. For those of you who weren't a part of that, he had a good game, and we're happy for Jack in that regard. And the Dietz family will certainly be in our prayers for the next little while. But we're ready for basketball, Jeff, and we're tipping it off right now. It'll be McCollum against Cabe, and Smoky Mountain's going to take that tip and go the other way with it. It's Taryn Ledford passing it off, driving hard to the hole inside to McCollum. Back out to reset. That'll be Lehman passing to McCollum. A lot of movement, a lot of switching by this Lady Devil team, who, to be honest with you, Jeff, do not have a lot of height, but they do are all about the same height. So they're just switching everything. And there's an early foul on Lindsey Hicks, the Lady Devil point guard. And the one area really and truly where the Lady Devils can't afford to have to go to that bench is for Hicks.
Absolutely. She has a lot of pressure on her to handle the basketball night in and night out. And I know Coach Turner needs her on the floor at all times for that very reason.
So now the Mustangs hold it out front, working the ball back and forth from Banks inside all the way to the hole, slapped away by looked like Hicks got a hand on that one out of bounds off the drive from Shea Sutton. Now it'll be Ledford to inbound for the Mustangs, who set back screens and look for something easy down the middle and do not get it. A 5-second call.
Good D by the girls.
And the Lady Devils doing a good job switching all the screens there and made it tough. And so now Swain with their first offensive possession at the 17-18 mark here in the first quarter of play. Cabe matched up with McCollum. It'll be Smith out front to Medlin, who's guarded by Ledford. Hicks breaks away from Sutton, but not for long. Now off the dribble, she penetrates all the way to the hole, lays it up, and it's off. Rebounded down inside there by Lehman, and here come the Mustangs the other way. Leading the way is Sutton into the front court. Picked up by Hicks to the corner to Banks. Trying to look at McCollum down on that block. No luck. There's a three on its way from Ledford. It's off. Smith with a rebound for Swain. And at the 6:43 mark, we'll remain scoreless here in the women's contest. Smith on the wing, penetrates past Lehman. McCollum, a hand in there, steals it, and she's going the other way with it. Guarded by Cabe. Cabe gets a piece of that and then rebounds the miss out to Smith, who again moves it up court for the Lady Devils. So frantic action here early on. Smith tries to go all the way to the hole, poked away by Lehman. It'll be out of bounds, Swain basketball.
You know what I like so far, coaches? I think we match up with this bunch really pretty good. There's some interesting matchups out here with McCollum trying to guard Grace. That's just power versus speed. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, I think that's a mismatch that the Lady Devils can exploit, and they go straight to Cabe here. Jumper from the key, rattles home. So Cabe with the first bucket off the Hicks pass, and here come the Mustangs going the other way. Lehman speeds her way around. Smith cuts her off. Finds Sutton going down the middle of the lane, and Shea Sutton lays it in on the layup off of the pass from Rena Lehman for the bucket. Here comes Cabe unmolested all the way to the basket, and she lays it in.
4 early points for Grace.
And just as you called it there, a tough mismatch for the Mustangs. Sutton into the front court. Cabe now picks her up. Back to Lehman, who puts her head down, charges, finds McCollum. McCollum straight to the hole, lays it in. So McCollum doing a good job driving. Quickly off the Swain bench is Ayanna West, one of the Lady Devils' better athletes. And we got a foul on the play. That's going to be on McCollum, I believe it is. And that's her first, the first of the game. West is going to check in for Smith. West has started the other 3 games with Smith coming off the bench. So Coach Michael Turner, a little bit of a change in the lineup tonight. And now West, who is uber athletic but still raw on the basketball court, checks in. Jones double teamed over on the wing, nowhere to go with it. Now finds Medlin out there guarded by Ledford. Cut by Hicks, goes to the corner. Sutton dogs her. Hicks backs for 3 off the back of the rim. Lehman, nope, check that. Banks and Jones battle for it. Now the Mustangs have numbers, but not for long. Now McCollum down on the low block, checked by Medlin. Sutton all the way the hole around West, and she is fouled. I think that was an inexperienced play by West, the sophomore.
23, that'll be on Taylor. That's her first.
And that will send Shea Sutton to the free throw line for the Mustangs. We're knotted at 4 here at the 5:06 mark of the first quarter from Swain County High School. Thanks for joining us tonight. Whether you be wearing the Mustang blue or the Maroon Devil maroon, we appreciate you making basketball a part of your evening. Sutton misses the first one, rattles off. She's got a second one for her troubles. It's on away front rims at McCullum with it, but it bounces out to Jones. And here comes Hicks and West, 2-on-2. Hicks pulls it back out, finds Medlin on the wing to Cade, lines up a three. It's on its way, rattles off, pulled out of there by Ledford, and she races the other way with it. Cade in her back pocket. Cross court to, and now down underneath to McCullum. They really look for McCullum down low, and a steal by Cabe, who needs to find a guard. She's going to push it herself into the Swain front court now. Swain to set their offense. Coach Michael Turner yelling motion. West pulls it out of the fray, and now Hicks with it on the outside, guarded by Sutton. Medlin, dogged by Ledford in the wing. West fumbles that one away, but is able to get it back as she beats Banks to that ball. Medlin now at the volleyball 10-foot line, dribbles it around to Jones. Jones against Lehman. She reverses herself back out all the way to the top, cross court to Hicks. Good patience by this Swain offense. Inside to West. She puts the ball on the floor, tries to go all the way around. Banks does, lays it up.
Holy cow! Good play, Ayana.
West with a bucket, 6-4 Lady Devil lead. Hicks with a steal from Ledford. Now Hicks into the front court against Banks, lays it up and in, and the Lady Devils have their largest lead of the night at 4. And Cave continues to apply the pressure. Here comes Sutton beating her. Hicks is waiting. Sutton all the way to the hole, and Medlin picks up her second foul.
Number
and
2.
That could be key for these Lady Devils. That will also put Sutton back to the free throw line, the speedy point guard for the Mustangs. At the scores table for Swain is Ashton Yantz and Alyssa Smith. Yantz, another sophomore, Smith, a junior. That one rattles around and out for Sutton, who is now 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Jones and Cave check out, so Medlin stays with her 2 personal fouls. Sutton lines up her second one after an 0 for 3 start here at the free throw line. Fourth one's on the way and good. The announcer's jinx allowed that one to go through.
Happens every time.
It does, doesn't it? So now Hicks into the front court over to Smith as they set their offense, bringing McCullum way out from the basket. Smith, ball on the floor, goes all the way to the hole, lays it up and in. So Alyssa Smith with her first 2, and now it's a 10-5 Swain lead here in early going, 3:25 remaining in this first period of play. It's been frantic nonstop action. Not sure how that will play into the benefit of the Lady Devils, who are thinner on the bench than the Mustangs. Inside of McCullum, lays it up and in. Now you can certainly see why they try to work their way in, and now they've called Swain for a line violation, throwing that ball inbounds. So it'll be Mustang ball, and off the bench is Taylor Douthit for the Mustangs. As she comes in, looks like she's going to check in for Shelby Banks. And just from the looks of things, she's a little taller than Banks was, and maybe the tallest person on the floor now.
She's a good-looking front court player. It's a good combination there with McCullum for sure.
Welcome to the game.
Welcome
as
to
she
the game.
comes in off of the screen underneath and lays it in. 10-9 Lady Devil lead now. Medlin with it. Tough pass to handle. West can't. Here comes Sutton the other way. It'll be Sutton and Hicks. And Hicks fouls her as she goes to the basket. So that's 2 on Lindsey Hicks. And so the thin Lady Devil bench becomes thinner. Gabby Jones hops up to check back in along with Grace Cabe. Andrea Floyd ready to check in for the Mustangs, and Sutton back to the line for her 5th and 6th free throws. And she's made better on the 4th and 5th than she did the first 3. Hicks and West check out for the Lady Devils. Looks like McCullum will go out for the Mustangs. Sutton with her second one on the way, and Shea Sutton now has 3 rather. After being 0 for 3, she hits her next 3 in a row. Medlin into the front court, sets the offense against Ledford, over to Cave. Cave puts it on the floor, goes all the way to the hole, lays it up and it's off, pulled down by Douthit there. Outlet to Sutton, who charges up court, stopped by Yantz. And now Yantz will slough off to her defender. And that's Floyd going baseline, but cut off down there by Jones. Inside to Douthit, back outside to Ledford, working the inside-outside game, and Ledford sticks the jumper from the short corner. Medlin into the front court now. The Mustangs leading at 13-10. Jones on the wing, guarded over there by Floyd. Puts it down, goes to the hole, shot up off the glass and no good. Cabe fights for it, and it'll be a jump ball before it's over with. As Cabe and Sutton, along with Douthit, tumble to the floor down there. And Swain will retain the possession. Up off the bench, Marissa Ellsworth checks in for Lehman for the Mustangs. Lady Devils will inbound it now. They look.
Oh, nice back cut.
Cabe, and she's fouled on the play by Taylor Douthit. So Grace Cabe with a chance to tie this game back up, as she lays that one in off the nice pass from Taylor Medlin. So Cabe goes to the line. It'll be the first time tonight, looking for her 7th point and looking to tie this game. Shot is up, front rimmed and off, pulled down by Ellsworth, and here come the Mustangs with Ledford controlling the ball now. She passes to Sutton on the wing. They look inside to Douthit. Now Sutton beats Yance off the dribble, goes all the way to the hole and misses the shot. Jones with the rebound, and Medlin will now walk it across midcourt for the Lady Devils. We're at 1:40 and counting in your first period of play. This has been nonstop. I don't think we've had over 2 breaks here in this whole foray of the first quarter. Jones ends up with a 5 count as she could not get rid of the ball. Good defense by the Mustangs. Douthit forced that as Gabby Jones picked up her dribble on the wing and could not find an outlet pass. And now the Mustangs look to score again here at 1:30 and counting in your first period of play. Sutton controls the ball. She looks inside. Yance helps. Shot is up and good by Andrea Floyd off the Sutton pass. Here comes Medlin back up court for the Lady Devils. Lehman off the bench for the Mustangs. Medlin goes all the way to the hole. Looks little contact, no foul call, and it goes out of bounds off of Swain. So McCullum and Lehman will check back in. And Shea Sutton and Taylor Douthit will sit down for the Mustangs. 1:11 remaining in this one. Swain will counter. Michael Turner will counter with Taylor Collins, a 5'9" freshman. And Gabby Jones thought she was coming out. And we would have been playing with 4 if that had been the case. So Kitchenell Blankenship turned her around back into the game. Mustangs move the ball, partially blocked. Inside, Floyd picks it up, has a back pass, didn't see it, kicks it back out. Ledford sized up a 3, and now good help by Collins. The ball spills to the floor, and Collins and Ledford go down to get it. It'll be Smoky Mountain basketball, but very good help defense that time by the freshman, Taylor Collins, who is the Lady Devils' tallest player. She will have to provide quality minutes in the post against McCullum. Mustangs inbound it. We're under a minute to play now in the first period of play. McCullum against the freshman, and she schools her right away. Goes around Collins and lays it in. 17-12 now Mustangs as the Lady Devils set their offense. No one guarding Alyssa Smith. She fires up a 3, back irons it. McCullum with the rebound, and Ledford charges up court. So nobody guarding over here on this side, Lloyd, and she's front irons it. Jones battles for the rebound, and it'll be a jump ball between her and Ledford, and it should be Swain basketball off of that. 19 seconds left in the first period of play. Lindsey Hicks will check in. She's got Collins who will check out. So Hicks going to play this offensive possession for the Lady Devils with 19 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Swain to the front court, finds Cabe. She tries to go to the hole. It's stripped away from her. Medlin and Lehman spill to the floor, and it's a jump ball situation. It'll be Smoky Mountain. Collins tries to check back in. They don't let her in. And so now Lindsey Hicks will risk that 3rd foul, and Sutton goes straight at her, lays it in with the clock winding down, and that's going to do it for this first quarter of play. So Mustangs lead at 19-12 after the first quarter. We'll take a break down the line. And we are back, fans, for second quarter action. Lady Devils will control the ball to start the second quarter. Grace Cave with 6 points for the Lady Devils, and Shea Sutton was 7, and McCollum was 6 for the Mustangs, who now have a 19-12 lead to open this second quarter of play. But a well-played first quarter, Jeff.
It absolutely was. You know, I was sitting here thinking, in an ideal world with a PlayStation, if you could turn fatigue and stuff off, we match up pretty good one-on-ones right now. But we're just getting into some foul trouble, and it's forcing Coach Turner into some substitution patterns right now I don't think he really likes.
Yeah, and it's early in the season, so the substitution patterns really haven't fleshed themselves out for a team that's only 4 games in. Mustangs a little more comfortable, I would say, with their substitution pattern at 6 games in than Swain would be. Swain ends up turning the ball over as Grace Cave slipped and fell on the other end and forced a jump ball. The Mustangs controlled it, but on the other end, it was Floyd and Cave who got tangled up, and a walk call on Floyd will give it back to Swain. So 7:40, we've had 2 possession changes, and Swain now comes to the front court with Jones against McCollum. She goes to the dribble, can't get around McCollum, backs her way in, still containing herself with her dribble. Now she finds Hicks, who penetrates to Smith all the way to the hole, stripped out of there by Floyd, and now the Mustangs will race the other way. Floyd with the ball, meddling all over her. And here comes McCollum, and she shoots that one a little long thanks to the Gabby Jones defense. Jones right in her grill all the way to the bucket. Hicks to Smith.
Nice
Smith
pass.
Can't get the angle with the right hand on the left-hand side of the hoop, and we're at 7 minutes and counting. Here comes Sutton, and that one's going to be controlled by Medlin on a nice steal. Here comes Cade, throws it ahead. Smith can't get to it and ends up committing a foul on Lehman, who does. So things are still a little hectic, a little pace-wise for both teams. I think it's more to the Mustangs' favor as they roll 2 more back in. Starters Ledford and Banks back in for the Mustangs. And Floyd and Ellsworth will take a seat. West up off the Swain bench. Now the Mustangs work the perimeter. They're looking to try to get McCollum down low. Sutton penetrates, kicks it back to McCollum, misses the shot. Smith can't get there. Banks has got it. Now Sutton's got it back. And she goes hard to the hole, kicks it to McCollum on the low block, and McCollum makes good on it. So that 2-man game, good for the Mustangs at this juncture.
I'll tell you, Sutton, she's so active right now with the basketball. She makes great things happen. Her vision is phenomenal. And McCollum knows just to work those low blocks, and she'll find her.
Yeah, it's a penetrate help situation. Medlin with the hook. It's off. McCollum with a rebound. She finds Ledford. Ledford headed the other way now, and the Mustangs look to set it up. Medlin able to get a hand on that pass intended for Banks and kicks it out of bounds. So Yance and West will check in for Smith and Jones off the Swain bench. So Swain becomes more inexperienced but more athletic.
More athletic. That's what I just noticed. Wow.
By a long shot. So we'll see how the youngsters do in this stretch. McCollum posts Medlin down low, and there's not much Taylor can do with 2 fouls. And timeout for the Maroon Devils. It looks like we don't have a signal right here. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it down the line. As we return, Jeff, it'll be Lady Devil basketball here to inbound it, and McCollum starting to exert herself on this game.
Yeah, she has 10 points. She leads all scores, and right now she's just a force on that low block that we really don't have an answer for right now.
So Swain with basketball, they move it into the front court, and as the case was before in the Mitchell game, they are stuck on 12 for a good session here, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. And another turnover as Smoky Mountain has stretched this thing to 23-12 now with 5:45 remaining, and that was our biggest fear, is being able to hang for a little while but not being able to hold on.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of chances down here to make some easy buckets. When you're playing a good team like this, you better convert on almost all of those to give yourself a chance.
Sutton again penetrates into the heart of the defense, but that time the pass was tipped, and it forces a jump ball between McCullum and Medlin. It'll be Swain basketball, so Hicks now for the inbounded pass heads in to the front court. Hicks to Yance, and Yance a little too active with her feet there, call for a travel, and it's those possessions that you really need a good solid possession out of. And the Lady Devils, quite frankly, in the last 6 to 8 possessions have not got what they wanted out of it. Medlin cuts in front of that pass to McCullum and knocks it out of bounds. Alyssa Smith off the Swain bench to check in. So Smith gets Yance out. Yance will take a seat. Jones still on the bench for the Devils. And again, the Mustangs having a hard time inbounding it. Hicks heads the other way. She's got West ahead. West is able to corral that but can't make the shot. Cabe almost had it, couldn't come away with it. And now Lehman will have it and walk it up the court for the Mustangs. She kicks it across to Sutton, who has nobody on her. She'll go to the hole and kicks it right to McCullum, who's a little too underneath the basket, misses it. Smith with a rebound. Kicks it ahead to West. West all the way to the hole and lays it in. So Ayanna West breaks the stalemate for the Lady Devils, and now it's 23-14 Mustangs. Lohman to the bucket, and Medlin gets some ball, but a lot of Lohman's arm as well, and that'll be on Taylor. Her third by our count. We hope that's wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. Yep, it's 3. I see Miss Joanna.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. They do have Jones at the table. I'm sure she will get Medlin. Lehman's first free throw finds the back of the iron and nothing else, so she misses that one. McCullum out, Floyd in, Medlin out, Jones in. And the Lady Devils at this juncture of the game, Jeff, really need to go on a run of their own here and cut into this lead. Second one on the way by Rihanna Lohman, or Rena, I think as it was pronounced. I'm sure I'm all over the place with those names, and I apologize, Mustang fans. Just know that it's not intentional. And another thrown away pass by the Lady Devils gives the Mustangs a break, and it's going to be a block on Smith, and that could be bad news as well.
That's 2 on Alyssa.
So the foul troubles continue to pile up. The Mustangs will now be in the 1-and-1, even though this is a 2-shot foul for at least the next 3 fouls. The Lady Devils, the Mustangs rather, are sitting on 2 fouls on the other end.
Yep.
So Swain nowhere near a 1-and-1 situation. That one by Sutton rolls in, and she has corrected her early free throw woes.
4 in a row.
So
That means she's going to miss this one. We're going to jinx her right here.
That's usually the way that works.
Doink.
Yep. Right to Banks, though, as Shelby Banks got the rebound, and a turnover by the Mustangs will give it back to Swain. So Swain has had opportunities here to cut into this lead, but just not been able to do so thus far. Hicks speeds into the front court now, kicks it to the wing to West.
Ooh, she walked, Coach.
And he got it.
Shuffled her feet.
Yep. So
just anxious, not knowing exactly what she wanted to do with the ball.
Yep. And now Sutton steams her way into the front court, guarded by Hicks. She goes to the corner to Ledford. One pump fake on West all the way to the hole. She's short with it, and Smith with a rebound. So Hicks now with the ball. The Lady Devils really need a good possession right here in terms of working the way to get a good shot. Good kick to the corner from Smith. The shot is on its way by Jones. It misses. Smith and Cabe running into each other to get that rebound and can't. Jones keeps it alive, and West comes away with it. Cabe with a jumper. Good spin on that one, and Grace Cabe with a bucket. And it's 25-16 Mustangs with 3:40 remaining here in the second quarter of play before our half. Here comes Sutton all the way to the hole again. And it goes off, but it's off to Floyd on the other side. Cabe can't do anything about it. She lays it in. Timeout Mustangs. We'll keep it right here for this one, as we're not sure if it's going to be full or 30 seconds. Looks like it's going to be 30. We'll keep it here But the Lady Devils, possession-wise, really need to find an offensive flow to get a shot off like the Cabe shot they made on that last
Yeah, I heard Coach Turner a minute ago during the timeout, and he's really preaching to the girls about movement. He don't like how they're just kind of standing around right now, and we've got a lot of girls that seems to be in the same spot.
Yeah,
we may have 3 people real close to each other, and the spacing's really hurting us right now.
And I think the biggest takeaway from that for the Swain side is that they're not getting shots.
That's right.
And when you're not a really good shooting team to start with, if you're not getting shots, that compounds the problem even worse. So I think Coach Turner will be pleased with any possession where we're able to get off a shot or two at this juncture.
Absolutely.
The Mustangs, on the other hand, are getting exactly what they want out of penetrating kick from Sutton almost on every possession.
Every shot they've made, it seems like, Coach, has been right here in this maroon paint.
Yep, they have done it. Hicks with a 3 on the way, and it's
Boom.
good. So Lindsey Hicks on the board for the Lady Devils, and that was a big-time 3 for Swain, and just the type of possession, Jeff, we were talking about Swain needing.
Gets it under 10.
Now Sutton trying to do a little one-on-one here with Hicks, knowing she's in trouble.
She traveled.
And they got her for it. Gabby Jones, a good job helping that time off of the side. She just stepped in, and Sutton nowhere to go. She'd already picked up her dribble and nobody to pass to, and committed a turnover. So Swain now with a chance to get back closer even. They find Hicks inside. She brings it back out against Sutton. Sutton dogs her. Jones with it. Dribbles back to Hicks. Hicks around the perimeter, finds West on the wing. West ball on the floor, tries to go by Banks. Good pass.
Nice cut.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
There's that ball movement, Coach.
That was great ball movement. West penetrated just enough, picked it back up, and hit Grace Cabe on the cut. Cut lays it in, and the foul is on the Mustangs. So we got McCullum coming back in, and Grace Cabe will go to the line for her second trip tonight with a chance to cut this lead back to 5 here, Jeff, right before halftime. And this is a big-time shot for Cabe, who already has 10 on the night. Back irons it and loses the race to Floyd, and the Mustangs control the ball. 2 good possessions in a row for the Lady Devils, though. Now the Mustangs redirecting traffic. McCullum is back into the ball game. Steal by Jones as they try to go into McCullum. She finds Hicks. Now Hicks will walk it up the floor for the Lady Devils. Hicks calls for a screen, kicks it to Jones. Jones with a toe on the line, back irons that one out as McCullum didn't come out to guard her, let her have it. She misses it. The Mustangs with the rebound head the other way. Sutton barking out orders, moves Floyd through on the cut. She's got it to McCullum. McCullum on the floor to the hole, blocked by
rejected.
Cabe. And Cabe rebounded by West. Here comes Hicks pushing the tempo. Hicks pulls it back out, finds Smith in the corner. 3 on its way. It's long. You can tell from our vantage point she queued it up a little too long. We're under 1:45 now before the half. Sutton still on the outside, this time with Cabe on her. Floyd cuts. They're able to get the ball to Floyd when they want. West almost ties it up. Now Floyd's able to get it out to Ledford. Cabe tries with a block again, and now West and McCullum tie up underneath, and it'll stay Smoky Mountain basketball.
I tell you what, Coach, Ayana's playing a good ball game so far. She's putting forth a lot of effort. She's getting a lot of loose balls. 4 points on the night.
And it's been all layups for Ayana, and the big key is her athleticism on defense. They get Smith out, Yance in for the Lady Devils rather. McCullum backs her way down on Jones and lays it in. The Lady Devils having a hard time matching up with Gemma McCullum, who now has 12 on the game. There's Cabe on the cut all the way to the hole. Grace Cabe matching her stroke for stroke now. 29-23. We're approaching 1 minute in the half. Taylor Collins off the Swain bench trying to buy some time here before the half with foul trouble. Lehman breaks through. Now Ledford left wide open. Back to Lehman. They're looking at McCullum on that block, guarded by Gabby Jones. Now Sutton with it. She kicks it back to Floyd. Floyd over to Ledford. They're content to work the clock. It's down to 45. 3 on the way from Sutton, and she nails it from the corner. Easy to see why this team is 5-1. They're very good. So Sutton now with 11. McCullum, Sutton, and Cabe have been the offensive firepower for both teams. Cabe thought about it. Now to Hicks in the corner 3. Front irons, but Yance with a rebound. Bounces off her foot, unfortunately, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Banks checks back in. She's got Floyd, and Collins checks in for Hicks. So Collins will take a turn at McCullum down in the low post. And I sure hope they're not counting on Gabby Jones to cover Sutton.
Me and you both.
That's a mismatch. They are not. Grace Cave has her. And here comes Ledford spinning around the screen. Shot on the way and good by the lefty. Taryn Ledford with her second bucket of the night. Now Jones, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that's going to do our first half of play with the Mustangs on top, 34-23. We're going to take a 2-minute commercial break down the line. We'll be back with you in just a moment. The half and retake a double-digit lead. We've got more action coming up for you tonight as the guys' game will tip off here in just a few minutes after this girls' game concludes. We'll have all the action for you on that one as well here on the Maroon Devils Network and WRGC as well, carrying us down the road. We appreciate all the folks who have tuned in tonight, no matter whether it's down the Maroon Devils Network or on WRGC, and making high school basketball part of your Wednesday night. So it's been a dandy so far. The Lady Devils a little bit of foul trouble there near the end, and Smoky Mountain a lot more deep on their bench and able to move some people in and out. That caused a lot of problems there in the second quarter for the Lady Devils. So we'll see how the second half unfolds. We're going to take another 2-minute break down the line and come back. We'll have second half action for you. All right, fans, we're back here at Swain High School with basketball action for you tonight. Lady Devils and Lady Mustangs going at it. Just to give you an idea of what the rest of the week holds for both these teams, the Mustangs will travel to Franklin on Friday for a big contest with the Panthers, while the Lady Devils and Maroon Devils will be home here in non-conference action against Highlands. We'll have that one for you here on the Maroon Devils Network, and I'm sure you can stay tuned to WRGC for all the Mustang news and excitement and find out what's going on in the Mustang Nation. So stay tuned to the TuneIn app or the radio dial, and they'll have everything for you up there. I know those folks do a wonderful job with the Mustangs. Down here, we'll be on the air after the JV boys game on Friday with live streaming action of the Maroon Devils as they host Highlands in non-conference action. So that sets us up for the remainder of this week. I know that the end of the semester is lurking for both of these schools, and they're probably ready for it. Most of the students are anyway. I know here at Swain, at Swain High School, they will begin final exams on Friday for the first semester, as they're able to get their first semester in before Christmas. So that on the horizon, along with a Christmas holiday break for both schools, and I know that'll be much needed for both of them as well. So again, stay tuned to WRGC, and this coming Friday, the Mustangs will be at Franklin, and our Swain folks will be right here hosting Highlands. So first half action, the Mustangs paced by 11 from Shea Sutton, 12 from Gemma McCullum, and 4 from Taryn Ledford and Andrea Floyd, 1 from Renna Lohman, and 2 from Taylor Douthit. On the Swain side, led by Grace Cade, 12 points for her in the first half, 4 for Ayanna West, 5 for Lindsay Hicks, and 2 for Alyssa Smith to round out all the scoring for the Lady Devils. But a good night so far for Cabe, who puts that back-to-back with a good night last week against Mitchell, where the Lady Devils again had a huge size disadvantage, and Grace came away with 15 rebounds to go away with 9 points. So Grace seeming to do whatever the team needs her to do.
You know, Grace, she's always, everybody knows she's a phenomenal athlete, but the looks of things tonight, she's starting to figure out on the basketball court where she can really excel, what she's really best at, and it's not standing out here shooting threes or anything like that. It's getting in the paint, using her speed and quickness, layups, short-range jump shots, knocking those down, and that's perfect for who she is and what she brings to the table.
Yeah, she's very athletic, and as we said, with that one lineup the Lady Devils strung out there, my goodness, athletes galore. They can run with anybody, but the question is experience, because you've got sophomores and freshmen having to play just because of the number situation.
Yes.
But it'll be an interesting second half. I'm quite sure of that. We've got about a minute and a half before we go to that. We're not going to take any more breaks down the line. The Mustangs and Devils both back out on the court. This Mustang team very impressive as well, Jeff. I like their inside-out game. I can see exactly why they're 5-1. They're very talented. They can score a lot of different ways.
They absolutely can. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the fact, I think they're down a couple of people who probably are starters, and I'm sure when they're added to the mix, they're even better. But absolutely, they do a phenomenal job of getting that ball in the paint. McCullum knows exactly where she has to be for those guards to get her the basketball, and they do a great job doing that.
And she works the blocks as well as any post player I've seen on the women's side in a while, in terms of knowing that if penetration comes, she goes to the backside block and just waits.
She does, and she starts in that short corner if you'll watch her. And as soon as the ball gets to the paint, she's creeping right next to that block, and she does a great job using her body.
And that's where the help has to come from. If you're guarding them, when you have to come and stop Sutton, it has to come from that low post player, and that leaves McCullum wide open. And she's done remarkable work. We, of course, don't have her rebound totals, but she had at least 5, 6, 7 there in the first half, doing a good job on the boards. And, of course, Sutton's penetration was really hurt the Lady Devils offensively the whole first half, and I think it really compounded the foul trouble problem for Swain as much as anything, her being able to get into the paint.
It did, and we just didn't do a good job a time or two moving our feet. We were caught reaching and out of place per se, and that's just what she brings to the table. She does a phenomenal job.
So we're set for second half action here from Swain High School. We're underway. Swain got the ball, and Smoky Mountain will be in a very tight girl-to-girl. I guess that's the correct way to say that.
That'll work.
And almost a turnover. Cade tries to come out there with it and can't. It'll be a turnover. The Mustangs will get the possession back, and so they will go on offense first. As Swain, again, did not get a shot up, so the Mustangs come this way. And we'll pass it off. Medlin checks Lohman. And here comes Ledford around the side. She goes all the way to the hole, fades, shoots it. There's McCullum with a rebound. She misses it. Jones tries to tip it, and we got Swain basketball. So Swain will get the ball back here. 7:28 remaining in your third period of play. And nobody scored yet in the second half. It's still 34-23 in favor of the Mustangs. Cabe with it on the wing, guarded by Lohman. West comes to pick. Now Jones with a shot from the corner on its way. Back iron and out. Rebounded again by Renna Lohman. And she passes off to Sutton. Sutton to the corner to Banks. And they look for McCullum down there against Medlin. She steamrolls her way around and lays it in with the left hand. That's a tough mismatch for the Lady Devils with Taylor Medlin down there trying not to pick up her fourth foul. Hicks with a pass from Cave. It was down and came out. And now they look ahead to Lohman against Jones. She left the ball on her hip and was unable to do anything with it. Jones tries to stick her hand in. Here comes Banks by Medlin. Pushed underneath by Jones, and it will be Jones with a rebound. Now here comes Ayanna, who, as we said, has done a great job with a step through that time to lay it in. So West was 6, and she's getting the kind of penetration these Lady Devils need to be effective. So now it will be Sutton controlling the ball on the wing. Banks cuts through. I think Swain's in some type of zone, maybe. What does it look like to you, Jeff?
Yeah, it looks like we're playing some type of zone down low and maybe some switch-off man up top. Let's see what we can figure out here.
Here comes Sutton again, and she pulls up, shoots it. It's off. Cabe out-jumps Banks for that one. Her athleticism allowed her to get to that ball a little quicker. Jones in the short corner, shot on its way. It back irons off. Medlin with a rebound. On the glass, she backs her way in and almost got one out of that as she, Taylor Medlin, with some of the best post moves of any of the Lady Devils, realistically, even though she's a forward or guard by trade. And she backed her way in and pulled off a short jump hook there and was fouled on the arm. Now she'll get 2 free throws. This will be Taylor's first trip to the line tonight. And she makes good on the first one. So we're 36-26 here with 5:48 remaining in the third period of play. Medlin sets herself for the second one, and it is up and good as well. So the senior Lady Devil makes good on both of those, and now Ayanna's going to inbound it for Smoky Mountain.
Good try.
That's all right. Steal a possession every now and then. You never know. So Smoky Mountain crosses midcourt now, and Sutton's got the ball off to Ledford to Banks, and they're playing the passing game, hoping to roll off from McCullum enough down there for her to get lost. Jones cuts off.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
And Jones was in position to cut that one off, and the call is going to go against Gabby Jones, and Sutton will go back to the line where she has made a living tonight.
This will be her 10th free throws.
Yeah, she has been there a bunch. And that one's going to be back ironing off, and she's very streaky. We found that out too. She hit 3 or 4 in a row, missed 3 or 4 in a row. She misses that one and now have a second one for her troubles. It's up and on its way. It back irons and out. McCullum comes away with that as West couldn't secure it. Now Ledford on the wing. Motions Lehman through the traffic. Now she cuts through herself. McCullum backs her way in, unable to grab it. Medlin takes it out of bounds, and it will be Smoky Mountain basketball. So now the Mustangs will inbound it from underneath their own goal with Ledford to throw it in. She looks for Banks, had her for a second, now finds McCullum. One dribble, back out and around to Sutton, back to McCullum, spins the opposite way, goes in and lays it in.
She felt that. You could just see her look, glanced inside at the paint, and that's the way she went.
She knew exactly where Taylor Medlin was and exactly where she wanted her. Good post move. So now Jones on the outside for the Lady Devils. Hicks over to West. West tries a pass, and it goes out of bounds off of Banks. It'll be Swain basketball. A little bit of confusion as to where we're throwing it in at. Lindsey Hicks will do the honor. She goes to Medlin on the block. Back to Jones. Jones with a short mid-range jumper. She misses that one. West pokes it away but couldn't get it before it rolls out of bounds. Smoky Mountain basketball. Banks will inbound it. Sutton now up court with it for the Mustangs. Ledford looks inside to McCullum. Loman finds Ledford. McCullum wide open on the other side, lays it in with the left hand. And she is a one-girl wrecking crew so far.
Yes, she is. That's her 18th point.
And none have been outside the paint.
No.
And there's an ill-advised pass that Loman comes up with. She races the other way. She's not going to win that race, but she does lay it in using her body. And timeout Swain as things have steamrolled here. 42-27, Mustangs in front. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. Swain to inbound the ball. Jones to Cabe. Cabe now walks it up court. Now she tries to penetrate, backs off. Jones with it up top. She looks the situation over. Now drives past McCullum all the way to the hole and lays it in. Gabby Jones on the board with her first bucket of the night. 42-29 with just under 4 minutes left to go in the third period of play here from Swain High School. Mustangs lead it. West misses the steal. Loman kicks it over to Banks. She misses it. Medlin with a rebound. Medlin to Hicks. Now Hicks will push it across the court. She's got West and Jones. She goes ahead with it to Jones. Ball fake to the hole. Up, rattles around and out, but Medlin's under there. Spins her way around and out. Misses that one. McCullum with a tip on it, but Ledford comes away with it. So Taryn Ledford now steamrolls into the front court. She goes cross court to Sutton. And Sutton now with the ball out on the wing. Takes two dribbles. Kicks it to Lehman. Back over to Ledford. Ledford three on the way, and she knocks it down. Taryn Ledford, the senior for the Mustangs, knocks down her first three of the night, I believe. And she now has 7 points on the night. Hicks to the front court, 45-29. Back to Hicks, over to West. West goes to Jones. Jones ball fakes, backs up, takes the shot, back ironing off. Nobody there but Sutton, and she's got the rebound and comes the other way. Sutton, only a sophomore, dribbles her way into the paint, kicks it back out to Banks. Clean three on the way by Lehman. Back ironing off, nobody there. Two Lady Devils stood and watched as Banks sliced between them to get the offensive rebound.
22.
And that will be on West, her first. And it will send Shelby Banks, the senior for the Mustangs, to the free throw line. Banks' first one on the way, back iron and out, no good. 2:43 remaining, third period. Into the game is Taylor Douthit for McCullum. And Yance and Smith will check in for Hicks and West. So second free throw on the way now for Shelby Banks. Front irons this one. Cabe out jumps everybody. And then unfortunately takes it down to her waist and gets tied up for a jump ball. The Lady Devils will control that, and they will bring it in now. Kick it to the front, back inside to Medlin, who's double teamed immediately. Over to Yance. Yance dribbles it back out over to Jones. Jones double teamed on the front. Douthit's got her. She dribbles her way all the way around, tries to position herself, can't. Now Yance will go to the hole hard and draw the foul. So Ashton Yance, the freshman, is fouled on the play by Taylor Douthit, I believe, and that is her second foul. Yance will go to the line and shoot free throws. If there is an Achilles heel for this Mustang club, it may very well be at the free throw line, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. They're 5 of 14 tonight by my calculations.
And Yance makes good on her first to cut the lead to 45-30 at 2:20 remaining in the third. Yance with a second one now on the way, the freshman. On its way and rattles out. Lehman with the rebound. She shovels it ahead, and now Douthit into the front court, kicks it to Sutton on the wing. They go right back to Douthit down low, who is doubled immediately, and we got a jump ball situation as Taylor Medlin dove in and grabbed the ball. It should be Mustang basketball, I believe, by my unofficial calculation. It is, and it will be Ledford to inbound. She looks the situation over and then kicks it to Sutton, who takes it backcourt, but no call on the play. Now the sophomore drives through, winds her way through everybody. Now Lehman all the way to the hole, unmolested. Cade with a rebound, though. This time avoids the traffic, dribbles her way out, kicks it back to Medlin, who will set the Swain offense. Medlin guarded by Sutton to the corner to Jones. Jones ball fakes, puts it on the floor, penetrates, and is short with a shot. Douthit with a rebound. We're well under 2 minutes in the third period now. Sutton, nobody to stop her, goes all the way to the hole and lays it in. Shea Sutton with the basket. Now with 1:30 left, the Mustangs on a 20-9 run here in the third period of play. Cabe with it on the wing, kicks it to Jones. Jones shoots a three. It's long. Yance with a hand on it, but she pushes it out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. Hicks and West in for Jones and somebody. Grace Cabe. So 1 minute, 20-second breather here for Cabe and Jones. Jones has missed a few shots this quarter, but Coach Neil Blankenship imploring her to continue to shoot. Keep shooting it.
The look she's got have been good.
Yeah.
She just hadn't knocked them down yet. Uh-oh. Is that Taylor?
It was. And so Banks will go to the free throw line. With 1:11 left, by our count, that is 4 fouls on Taylor Medlin. And another missed free throw as Shelby Banks misses that one. It'll be Cabe, no rest for the weary as she bounces right back into the lineup. She moves Smith out from the low block to box out on this free throw as Shelby Banks will have a second one now. It's up and good. And we got a timeout, Smoky Mountain. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in a minute. So Swain inbounds it. Hicks brings it into the front court. Now the Mustangs showing trap, and West falls down, has it ripped away from her by Ledford, who steams the other way against Hicks. Hicks with a hand in there. It's off. Douthit with a rebound. Smith saves it, and now here comes Hicks flying the other way with Yance and West on her side. Yance with it, lays it up and in. Ashton Yance with the bucket, Hicks with the assist. Now the Lady Devils, with that long athleticism, are going to try to trap a little bit. Sutton beats it ahead. Now Ledford all alone against Yance. Yance.
I started to say that was a double dribble.
Double dribble on Ledford, so good help defense by Yance. So Ashton Yance, 2 big heads-up plays in a row there for the freshman. Hicks pushes ahead to West. West to the corner to Smith. Smith looks the situation over, drives baseline, goes all the way around, kicks it to West, back out to Cabe. Cabe will try a three. It's off. Yance had the rebound, but it went off of her foot, unfortunately. But another situation where the freshman was in the right place at the right time, just couldn't convert the way she wanted to. So that pass is ahead to Banks. Smith almost forced a walk, then she did force a walk. So this up-tempo defense by the Lady Devils proving to be a little bit of a difficult situation for the Mustangs, who lead at 48-32. We have 20 seconds left before the end of the third period of play. Yance puts it on the floor again, goes all the way to the hole, and fouled again. Ashton Yance being aggressive. I'm sure that's something that's been preached to her. She will go to the line for one right here, and McCullum charges off the Mustang bench to check back in the ball game.
You know what I like about Ashton is so far I've seen she's not afraid to use that left hand. Most freshmen will not use it. They for sure won't shoot with it. She's done it 3 times now.
I think she looks almost more comfortable with it.
She does, I agree.
So one free throw here for Yance with 12.9 seconds left, 48-34. She makes good on that. I think we're safe to say Ashton Yance with a career-high 6 points so far in this game. Now the Mustangs slow it down to work against this pressure from the Lady Devils. We're to 6 seconds. Ledford's got it. We're to 3. We're to 2. We're to 1. She didn't get the shot off before the buzzer, so that's going to do us through 3 periods of play with the Mustangs on top, 48-35. So, folks, we are set for the final 8 minutes here from Swain High School. The Lady Devils inbound it to open the fourth quarter. Hicks works her way against Sutton. Yance, the hot hand for the Lady Devils, has provided quite a bit of unsuspecting offense here. Smith drives back to West to Yance. Yance dribbles it around to Hicks. Hicks on the perimeter finds Smith for a short jumper. It bounces around and off, and there's that girl again. Yance getting a hand in, and that one goes out of bounds off McCullum. So Ashton Yance really making things happen here, Jeff, for Swain.
You know, as I look at our scoring tonight, you've got 6 from West and 6 from Yance. That's 12 pretty much unexpected points, I guess you could say.
Yance with a jumper, and it's off. That was not a bad shot, though. It was within rhythm, within the offense. They kick it down to Banks. Smith makes sure she doesn't get a three-point play is the best way to describe that, as Alyssa Smith picks up the foul, and that will send Banks to the line. And that's 3 on Smith as the foul troubles continue to mount, but with 7:18, 7:16, 7:15, clock still running actually, still going in this. You can't save them for anything at this point, Jeff.
And now it's stopped. Oh, there we go.
Cave almost with a block, and she picks up the foul. That will be her second, and that will send Sutton back to the line. As Sutton moved through on the penetration, Gabe came over to help, got airborne, and Sutton, a very wily player for a sophomore, Jeff. She is really something.
She's impressed me tonight probably as much as anybody.
I agree.
She's very poised.
They've got a real player there in Shea Sutton as a sophomore. Sutton misses the first free throw. That may be the only chink in her armor, so to speak. That one rolls out. Banks with the inside position as she muscles Ashton Yance out of the way, and Banks will now go to the line. Jones at the scorer's table to check back in.
And I'll tell you as a coach, that drives me absolutely nuts. You're essentially 4-on-2 right there, and you can't pull down the board.
That was a freshman.
That's right.
That's the problem. And Ashton's inexperienced. Lehman, a senior, able to get her way in there and get that rebound and get an extra possession. Banks misses the free throw. She makes good on the second, so they essentially made 1 out of those 4 free throws. Jones inbounds to West. He finds Jones again. Now back to Hicks as she'll walk it across. 49-35, just under 7 minutes to play. That's down to Jones in the corner, guarded by McCullum. And that'll be off for Jones, out of bounds, Mustang basketball. Banks will inbound. Swain has picked up their pressure full court now, trying to get a steal, and they get one there from Hicks, but it's out off of her. Hit the official on the shoe, and now Taylor Medlin will have to track down the ball behind the Swain bench and hand it back to him. So Banks will inbound it. We're at the 6:47 mark here in the fourth period of play. Ledford to Sutton, Sutton to Banks, back to Ledford, and they have beaten the pressure. Now they will set their offense. I'm sure they would prefer to get the ball down the low block to McCullum one time here in this fourth quarter. She posts hard. Jones is on her. Steamrolls her way to the right side. Misses the shot. Cade with the rebound. Here comes Swain on the runs. Hicks down the middle of the court all the way to the hole. Finds Jones in rhythm. Shot up, round, rattles around and home for Gabby Jones, and it's 49-37. And a foul on Lindsey Hicks. I'm not sure where we're at with team fouls here. I don't think it's 1-1 for either team yet. Nope, check that. It is 1-1 now for the Mustangs. I think Sutton was the one who was fouled. She'll go to the line. Not sure what their record is from the line
here
for an individual, but she is fast approaching.
Oh, gosh.
They're only 7 of 20 on the night, so the free throw line has not been kind to these Mustangs. We'll see. I'm not sure that the Devils are deep enough to try to test that advantage. That one front rims and rolls in for Sutton, so she's got that one down.
This is number 14 coming up.
Sutton's second on the way, and she found the range again. So now Smith will inbound. 51-37 your score. Mustangs still man-to-man. Hicks on the outside. Medlin up off the Swain bench. She has 4 fouls, but she's set to go to work. Cabe with a clean look at back irons. Will it roll in? No, it will not. McCullum and Ledford fight over it. Now Sutton, she had Lehman open for a layup, didn't see her. Now she steams the other way with Cabe on her. Ledford for 3. It's on the way and good. And Taryn Ledford, she has only hit 2, but they've been backbreakers so far. Every time the Lady Devils seem to have gotten themselves back into it, she hits a 3. Cabe with it on the wing. She finds Hicks. Hicks to Jones underneath, and there's a cut by West. Jones with a good pass underneath the defense and a lay-in for Ayanna. I know that each dead ball, Coach Michael Turner and Coach Blankenship are imploring their team to continue playing. And, of course, that's Ledford from the short baseline with another basket. That's, of course, knowing that everybody on their schedule is not as good as Smoky Mountain. They've got to continue to play. Smith looked at the 3, walked as she put the ball on the floor. Medlin and Yance come back in. Yance for West, Medlin for Smith. The Mustangs will inbound with Shelby Banks. She goes to Shea Sutton. Sutton all the way up court where they have numbers, but Ledford chooses not to push the advantage. Step back jumper.
Oh, she's feeling it, Coach.
That was a heat check there. Step back jumper. Nice play by Taryn Ledford for her 12th. That one shot back iron by Jones. Ashton Yance almost beats them to the ball, but Sutton's got it. Now she finds Ledford. Inside to Lohman unchecked. She missed it. Jones with a rebound. Swain will go the other way. We got a timeout. Swain. We'll keep it right here and talk a little bit about the next game coming up. The Maroon Devils 3-0 start. Jeff, and I know you're having helped coach last year. These Maroon Devils are very familiar to you. They're a very deep team this year. We'll talk a lot about that as we go along. But the Mustangs, on the other hand, 1-5 start. I know they would love to come in here and keep that streak going that you mentioned and get a win.
Absolutely. I talked to Coach McMahon, some of the guys today. They're so excited for this game tonight. They feel like this is the first time in several years they really have a good opportunity to come on here. As much as I hate to say it, not only win, but maybe put one on them if things fall just like they need to. Well,
the Maroon Devils averaging somewhere around 78 points a game so far this season, and honestly, we've not broadcast one of those yet from up here, but it has almost at times seemed effortless for them that they've been able to exert their will, if you would, if that's a proper expression, in ball games, kind of like this Mustang team has done against Swain.
That's what I started to say. They play together all the time, and it shows. It shows.
Jones all the way to the hole. She lays it in. Gabby Jones finding the range now. She has another one, 58-41. That's Banks is poked away by Jones, and she forces a walk there from Banks, and it'll be Swain basketball. So another possession there for the Lady Devils, who quite frankly have played well tonight, Jeff, to be honest with you. The Mustangs are a very good basketball team, very deserving of their record. I think there's a long three by Taylor Medlin, that one down and back out. Banks with a rebound. I think Smoky Mountain is going to make a lot of noise in their conference this year.
They absolutely will. And if our girls will just keep getting better each and every game, I think we probably will too at some point. I think Coach Turner can look at this tape tonight and find a lot of pretty good things out of it.
Good steal by Cade. Yance with it, has her head down, going all the way to the hole. That was slapped away by Lehman, but it will be Swain basketball. Alyssa Smith off the Swain bench and back in. She's going to get Gabby Jones as they continue to rotate defense for offense there with those two. And Hicks will inbound it now, looking for Cabe. Lohman steals that one. She's on her way to the basket. Cabe against her, and she misses the shot. Cabe with the rebound. Cabe looks for an outlet, finds Hicks. Now Hicks goes by Sutton all the way to it. She's got McCullum to beat and pushes it up and in with a running one-hander. Nice job by Lindsay. Her 7th point of the night. Now Sutton steamrolls into the front court. Stolen by Smith. Cabe wrestles for it. Almost had a possession there as Grace Cabe on the floor with Taryn Ledford. It goes off of Cabe. It'll be Smoky Mountain basketball, and we've got a timeout. Mustangs here as they go to a break, and we'll take one. We'll take one with them. So we're back after the timeout. The Mustangs with the ball and a turnover as Cabe comes away with a steal. The Maroon Devils, Lady Devils rather, steamroll into the front court. Medlin with a shot, and it goes. Taylor Medlin. Nicely done by Taylor. She is fouled by McCollum, and it's 58-45 as we could hear through our headsets Coach Michael Turner lighting into his team again about playing. As we said, it's a case of finishing. Playing full 4 quarters no matter what. And Medlin will go to the line with a chance to cut into this lead more. Free throw on the way, and Taylor's got it down 58-46 now. Mustangs with the ball. Ledford into the front court now for the Mustangs, guarded by Grace Cabe. It's Ledford around Cabe to the corner to Banks. Banks to inside to McCullum.
Oh, good ball movement. Wow.
It was just a zigzag pattern of great Mustang passes there to McCullum, who knows how to finish. To the corner to Cabe, 3 on the way, and that is just a 2, he says, for Grace Cabe. So here comes Sutton. She's beat her girl, kicks it ahead to Ledford. Ledford's shot is off the rim. Cabe with the ball to Hicks, and a chance here to cut this lead to 10 for the Lady Devils. Iona West off the Swain bench. Medlin long 3, cues it up. It's up, front rim. Yance fights for it, can't get it. And I think that's going to be on Ashton Yance as she battled Renna Lehman for that one. And West will check in for Smith. Let's see who the foul's on first. Yeah, it's Yance. Taylor Medlin wasn't quite sure. She paused there to make sure before she went on down court. So it'll be Lehman on the line for the Mustangs. 2:17 and counting, the lead for the Mustangs, 12 now. It's been double digits the entire second half. Swain had a chance on that Medlin three-point attempt to cut it under 10 for the first time and missed. And now West will track down the missed free throw, and here comes Swain with another chance to cut into that lead again. Hicks on the wing. She finds West, goes to the hole. It rolls all the way around.
Oh,
and out.
no.
And then McCullum with it. They go to the floor. It's Johnson
There's
McCullum.
Ashton.
On the floor, it'll be Smoky Mountain basketball, but McCullum had to feel like there were two gnats around her there as Johnson and West were all over the place jumping for the ball and couldn't get it. Inbound to Sutton. She steamrolls ahead against Grace Cave. We're under 2 minutes and counting now in this ball game. It's been a pretty good one, to be honest with you, folks. Both teams have played pretty well for early in the season. Sutton inside the Banks proves her position, misses it. Cave with a rebound.
There should be a foul on McCullum.
There's going to be a foul on McCullum. I don't think we're anywhere near a 1-and-1 yet for the Mustangs, who have been pretty well foul-free in this contest. Medlin inbounds to Hicks, 1:45 and counting. I think Swain's got to get a basket and at least another stop before they can even think about getting back in this one. And we got a foul right there. It's going to be on Shea Sutton, I'm pretty sure. And Lindsey Hicks will inbound from underneath the Swain basket. West with it, hands it back to Hicks. 3 on the way from Hicks,
Boom.
and it's good. Lindsey Hicks cuts that lead to within 9, and a timeout by
Wow.
the Lady Devils. And so the Mustangs and Devils will talk it over here cases-wise, Jeff, with 1:33 left, the lead 9 now, and Swain needs to get a stop from these Mustangs in order to cut into this lead even more. And I can't help but think the Mustangs will go inside of McCullum.
They about have to at this point. I mean, this thing has turned from an 18-point contest. We've cut it in half now to 9. And we have a lot of momentum right now. I just don't know if we're going to have enough time, but the girls have shown a lot of heart tonight.
I agree. Both teams have played extremely well, and as we said, these Mustangs very talented, but Lady Devils have been pesky all night. They refused to go away when the Mustangs had them put away, and they're still in this ball game, even though it's a 9-point lead with 1:33. But more importantly, from the Swain perspective, is they fought for 4 quarters.
Yes, they have. I mean, every time out, you said it earlier, coaches just stay on it, fight, keep playing. And you know what? They've stepped up to that call, and they've done exactly that tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. And now the Mustangs have options, and I can't help but wonder if it's crossed Michael Turner's mind strategy-wise to foul the Mustangs where they've had a difficult time tonight.
I've thought about making a paper airplane out of this and throwing it down there to him.
I'm sure he's aware of it by now. But it has been difficult night at the charity stripe, and they've blown the whistle and put the ball on the floor. The Mustangs got to inbound it, and so they race back onto the floor, and they find McCullum, and here comes Lehman across the court, guarded by Yance, and she finds Sutton. So the Lady Devils are having to push it out, and I'm sure the Mustangs really care
That's
nothing
a double dribble, coach,
at this point about scoring again, just keeping Swain from scoring. And so 1:22, a turnover by the Mustangs, and Swain needs to get another basket here. A 3 would be huge and really change this game dramatically. West brings it into the front court against Banks. She dribbles down the wing, has it, finds cross court to Cave to Medlin. The Lady Devils' most accomplished three-point shooter for sure. Shot up
It goes
and good
in
by Medlin. Nice running hook shot. We're at 1 minute and counting. Inbound stolen. If Hicks can hang on, she does. It's stolen by Swain. Kicks it around Medlin to Yance. Yance dribble penetrates all the way to the basket.
It's
lays
in.
it in. We're at 50 seconds and counting, and the score 60-55 now. Ledford with it, and timeout Mustangs. And this place is about to erupt, Jeff, as suddenly we've got ourselves a basketball game. 46.9 seconds left. We got a technical foul on Smoky Mountain coach.
Oh, wow.
I have no earthly idea what just happened, Jeff.
I don't either, Coach.
I did not see her do anything out of the ordinary, but nonetheless, Lindsey Hicks will go to the line, and more importantly, she has 2 free throws here and then Swain the ball.
That's exactly right. Unbelievable turn of events here.
So Hicks will go to the line for Swain. 60-55 is the score, and it's 46.9 seconds left in this ball game. Hicks' first one is up and good. 60-56 now, Mustangs in the lead. It's worth note that the Mustangs already have 2 overtime games to their credit. They won one, and their lone loss came in the other. And the second one from Hicks hits back iron and is out. But more importantly, Swain will have possession of the ball. and inbound it from midcourt. Yance will do the honors. Swain thinks it's out underneath and have misjudged that. They find Hicks. Hicks with a three on its way. Good. Lindsey Hicks with a three. Timeout Swain. 60-59 with 42.9 left. Lindsey Hicks catches the inbound pass and lets her fly, and it goes for a three. 60-59 is your score. It's Mustang ball underneath. I don't know what our timeout situations are, Jeff.
I'm not sure either.
I'm quite certain the Lady Devils are close to out, if not out.
Yes.
They are out by the sign of the official. They have none. The Mustangs should still be good on timeouts in terms of having, I don't think they've taken a 30 yet to both of them. I think they took one, and they should have maybe a couple of full timeouts left. And so Coach Turner stays with his athletic bunch of Hicks, West, Cabe, and Yance with Medlin. The starters are out there for the Mustangs. It's McCullum, Banks, Ledford, Sutton, and Lehman. And now the Mustangs look to inbound the ball, and they get it into Sutton. Trap on the side with West and Hicks. Over to Ledford. Ledford taking her time. She gets it across now. 35 seconds, and we got a foul on West. And you know what? That's probably okay.
That's okay. That's exactly right.
That will send Taryn Ledford to the line. 34 seconds left. And the key to watch here, folks, is on this side block where Taylor Medlin will attempt to box out McCullum. Free throw back iron, and West catches it. Swain can lead.
Holy cow.
And the sophomore got ahead of herself and is called for a travel. Unfortunate, but you got to like the circumstances for the Lady Devils. Now the Mustangs will inbound. They do not need to shoot again. They will be underneath their own goal. It will be Taryn Ledford to inbound it. McCullum breaks to the bucket. It's blocked. The ball was blocked, but they could not hang on to it. And McCullum gets it back and lays it in. And now we're down to 20 seconds. A three will tie it. Medlin's got a shot. She goes all the way to the hole and tries to kick it back out. Cave goes to the floor with 10.9. It's
going to be ours.
And Swain will get possession. If you're wondering, they don't have a timeout. A three will tie it. 10.9 seconds left. Medlin is your shooter. Hicks is your shooter for Swain. Into
back
West.
To her.
Back to Hicks. Hicks penetrates, has it stripped, tries to get the three. Oh front irons it. That's to West. West has got it. She goes to the hole and lays it in. And that's going to do it, fans. 62-61. The Mustangs prevail in a heck of a basketball game, Jeff.
Coach.
What a job by these Lady Devils, and what a job by the Mustangs to finish that one out. It had to be beneficial for them to have had those close ball games that they went to overtime in. There was no panic on the Mustangs' part. They stayed their course, and they ended up with a big win here in a game that looked like it was over at halftime.
Absolutely.
But these Lady Devils fought their way back.
They sure did. I'm telling you, Coach Turner and Coach Blankenship, they're going to be beaming in there in that locker room. You hate to lose. Nobody likes to lose, but I'm telling you, they can take so much from this game tonight. It's not even funny.
You're absolutely correct. Well, I tell you what, that's going to do it for our ladies' game. We're going to take a break down the line and let our radio station pay for their advertising. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to do a wrap-up and preview the guys' game. I tell you what, the guys' game's got a long way to go to come up with the excitement of that girls' contest.
I'm telling you what, that's the most excitement I've been in here in a while.
You got your score sheet for the girls' game?
Oh, yes, I do.
Let's take a look at scoring summer if we can there. On the Swain side, Grace Cabe with 14. 13 for Lindsey Hicks, including 2 big threes down the stretch. Ashton Yonts with 8. That's a career high for Ashton. Gabby Jones 6. Taylor Medlin 7. Looks like Taryn Ledford 14. Shay Sutton 13. And 22 for Gemma McCullum, who was a real force inside. I think, all things considered, she was probably the difference in this ball game over the long haul.
She was. There was just one stretch there where it seemed like she scored 8 or 10 points in a row every possession they had the basketball. And, she don't have to do a whole lot to get those points. She's able to get that position, and they're easy buckets. But they're so hard to defend. Golly bum.
Well, she's very crafty around the basket and did a great job. I think she was probably the difference in this ball game, and it's a lesson to both teams, really, that you never know when a possession will make a difference in the ball game.
Oh, my gosh, especially looking back on it now in a one-point game. You can think of so many times where we just had a couple just little errant turnovers, just things happen. You're like, oh, if we just had those back.
Absolutely, and the same on the Mustang side of things, the same lesson. Of course, they're a little more seasoned than the Maroon Devils in those terms, and being able to withstand an overtime win and then the tough loss to Irwin in the other one. But a 6-0 Mustang team, they're going to be very dangerous down the road in their conference. I think this kind of effort from the Lady Devils, if they grow from this, they're going to be a dangerous team in the Smoky Mountain Conference.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of women's coaches tomorrow. Open that paper, look on that box score on the Citizen Times. They're going to see that score, and their eyes are going to get big.
Absolutely, because that was a big game and a well-played game by both teams. As you said, a couple of possessions here and there. Now, turning our attention to the guys' contest we got coming up here at Swain High School, the Mustangs come in needing a win, quite frankly, Jeff, if for no other reason from their standpoint, I'm sure from confidence.
Well, they are not used to being in this position whatsoever. I mean, their record is, what did you say it was? I'm sorry.
1-5.
1-5. Coach, they've not lost 5 games total, and I don't know how many years in a row per season. So they're in way unfamiliar territory right now.
And for the Maroon Devils, a 3-game winning streak to open this season 3-0. But from their standpoint, more importantly, 2 of those wins coming in conference, with one of those a huge win over Rosman in a very intense struggle here at Swain last Friday in what was a great ball game, well played by both teams. I think that Rosman squad's going to be a tough team to beat in the Smoky Mountain Conference as well. As the Maroon Devils, and I think realistically it's a lot more wide open conference race than it's been in many years.
Yeah, it really is. And looking at our guys, I mean, I've been around these guys. I helped Scotty coach them the last 3 or 4 years. Really, I look at this group, and there's everything out there you'd need.
Yep.
There's scorers, there's rebounders, there's guys that do the little things, that take the charges, that make the good passes. He has everything he needs out here. Now it's just kind of trying to get it all together and going in the same direction. And so far we appear to be doing that.
Yeah, I think so, and I think you hit the nail on the head, but it's not just 1 or 2 people. It's been very contagious so far. The ball has been shared by everybody. Yeah. Everybody's trying to step in and take charges. Everybody's trying to rebound. You've not had those nights where you've had somebody with 15 rebounds. You have a lot of people with 6.
That's right.
And that's where it gets done on that end. And the defensive end is where at times they've been the most impressive to me.
Well, Coach McMahon does a good job with that. And even last year with this group, we preached it. That's where everything starts, on the defensive end. If you work down there, you'll reap the benefits on the offensive end a lot of times.
You get a lot of runouts, and the Maroon Devils do that well, or you don't score 80 points.
That's right.
In 2 of your 3 wins, the Maroon Devils have been over 80 points in both of those. We're going to have lineups when we come back, Jeff, and we'll have the call of the action. And as we said, it's going to be hard-pressed to be as exciting as that ladies' game, but, heck, let's give it a shot.
Let's give it a
Let's
shot.
have a good
That's
night
right.
here at Swain. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for your starting lineups.
let's meet our starting lineups for tonight's men's contest. First, for our visitors from Smoky Mountain. Number 5, Tommy Brennan. Number 10, Tyler Walliser. Number 11, Cole Lamb. Number 23, Austin Bumgarner. And number 30, Andrew Kobar. And now for your Maroon Devils. At guard, number 2, Evan Bradley. At the other guard, number 5, Darren Blankenship. The man in the middle, number 12, Zeke Bradley. And at one forward, number 20, Phineas Little. And your other forward, number 23, Clayton Toaster.
And fans, we're set for action here from Swain High School. Boys are almost ready to tip it off. Introductions have been made, and we're ready for action. And, Jeff, right away I see something different about the Maroon Devils. Phineas Little with a face guard. How much of a difference will that make on Phineas?
You know, it's interesting to see. I talked to Scott today, and Phineas is very uncomfortable with that on. He has a hard time seeing, but it's either wear it or not play, so we know what he's going to choose.
And Phineas averaging right at 23 points a game for the Maroon Devils, so obviously – they would love to have his offense in the lineup. Bradley will jump it off against Bumgarner for the Mustangs. Bumgarner gets the quick leap, controls it to Koba, and the Mustangs will have the attack first. They set against a man-to-man defense for the Maroon Devils. That's Walliser on the outside. Near steal by, and almost steal by Bradley. It's out of bounds off of Evan Bradley. It will be Austin Bumgarner to throw it in for the Mustangs. He kicks it in to Brennan, who will set the Smoky Mountain offense now. Ignores the pick on the side, kicks to the corner. Koba on the way with a 3. It's off. Blankenship with a rebound. The Maroon Devils love to run. They will push it. They push it now. Blankenship to Little, who pulls it back out, and now they will go into their set motion offense. Little with the ball up top, looks to the wing to Zeke Bradley. Zeke fakes. Moves inside, proves his position, passes it back to Evan, missed shot. Rebound by Koba, or check that Lamb, he throws an outlet pass. And a missed shot there by Koba. And rebounded by Little, but a walk on the play as Evan Bradley fell down and couldn't control his dribble. So the Mustangs and Devils scoreless at 7:18 in the first. It will be Bumgarner inbounding to Brennan. Tyler Brennan, sets the Mustang offense. Pick. Bradley steps in front of that. Zeke Bradley almost got a steal. It will be Mustang basketball from right in front of the Swain water cooler. The seat occupied by Grant Schuler. That one almost stolen by Little. Back to Bumgarner, covered by Zeke Bradley. That's Lamb on the wing with it. He improves his position. Now is covered up by Little. Little and Blankenship switch all the way to the baseline with it. Now Bumgarner goes hard to the hole. Was that Bumgarner? Yes, it was. And he lays it in for the first bucket of the ball game. Mustangs lead 2-0. Bradley up top with a 3. That's Zeke Bradley, and he nails it. The 6'6 sophomore with a 3 puts the Devils on top 3-2. Evan Bradley steps out on Brennan, and now it's Lamb on the wing. Blankenship bothering the pass to Walliser. Walliser inside to Bumgarner, goes all the way around, passes it off to Cobaugh. Shot missed, pulled back in by Brennan. Cobaugh with it again, kicks it out. 3 on the way now from in and out. No rebound by the Devils, who are getting massacred on the boards here early on. Bumgarner dribbles it and loses the handle out of bounds, but not before the Mustangs were able to control the boards there, Jeff, with 3 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's not something Coach McMahon's going to be very proud of. The guys are going to have to work harder.
Very quickly up court, Bradley kicked it the length of the court to Phineas Little, who now tees up a 3. It's off, rebounded by Lamb. He kicks it ahead, stolen by Evan Bradley, pulls up at the S&M Devils, long way out, misses it, and that's Cole Lamb. That is not out of Evan's range.
No, it is not.
Maroon Devils now on defense.
Running some flex.
And it will be Walliser for 3 outside, and it was 2 as his foot was on the line. So 4-3 Mustangs at the 5:29 mark in the first period of play. Bradley to Little, comes off of the screen from Zeke Bradley, underneath
nice
to
down
Little
cut.
with a down cut. Zeke Bradley with the pass, and oddly enough, Zeke is averaging close to 4 assists a ball game is at 6'6". Shot on the way, Darren Blankenship with the errant rebound. He dribbles ahead, kicks it ahead to Little, who has an easy layup, misses it. Zeke Bradley with the rebound, sticks it in, and the Maroon Devils now lead at 7-4. Blankenship runs his man Walliser off the three-point line. Now it's back up top to Cobaugh, guarded by Clayton Catolstra. Evan Bradley rakes at it, almost got it free. Now all the way to the hole, a running one-hander. Zeke Bradley with the rebound off of the Brennan miss, ahead to Evan Bradley.
Wow.
And an easy layup, and timeout Mustangs right away as the Devils are up 9-4. In this one, in the early going, it's going to be a 30, so we'll keep it right here. And, you know, the bad news for the Maroon Devils this year, Jeff, as you know, having been an assistant coach last year, is they're doing this without the services of Grant Schuler, who has lost to them with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, that was a big hit. Grant, he's a phenomenal basketball player, phenomenal scorer, and a really good rebounder. But so far the guys, they've just kind of gotten tight together, and they're moving the ball around, playing really well right now, even without Grant.
And that's a big key for this Maroon Devil squad if they hope to contend for Smoky Mountain Conference title, which I know they do, is to be able to stay in close ball games and be able to compete and be able to pull away without Grant, who was their leading scorer last year.
Absolutely.
So the Mustangs now with the ball, moving into the front court. It'll be Lamb on the wing, guarded by Phineas Little. And he finds Bumgarner, who banks it home off the glass. Nice shot, Austin Bumgarner. He's got 2. It's 9-6 Maroon Devils. That's Zeke Bradley on the roll to the basket. Proves his position now. Nice turnaround hook off the offensive rebound, and Zeke with 5 early points. Brennan into the front court, all the way across court, pass to Cole Lamb, back to Brennan up top, guarded by Bradley. Brennan's shot rattles home and good. 3-pointer by Tommy Brennan, the junior. Evan Bradley finds Catolstra inside. Catolstra saves the pass, now backs back out of it, finds Zeke Bradley out front. Little with a 3 on its way, off the rim. Blankenship saves it to Zeke Bradley, and now Zeke on the S of the Devils on the side finds Evan Bradley back over to Blankenship on the opposite wing to Catolstra down low. Catolstra had Zeke Bradley open for a minute, chose not to go to him, and Zeke tries to go backdoor cut to his brother Evan. It bounces off of Walliser and is out of bounds. Here comes the first wave of substitutes. It'll be Treadway and Yance in for Little and Blankenship. Bumgarner checks out for the Mustangs, and into the game is Gage Kosnick. Bradley inbounds quickly, gets the ball back and misses the 3, and it'll be rebounded by Devin Stevens, who also checked in at that last dead ball. Stripped by Yance, who goes the other way, finds Zeke Bradley by himself, poked away. Now Bradley gets it back and finds Evan to set the offense. He goes to Yance. Yance with a clean look at a 3. He's got it on the way. It's off, rebounded by Catolstra. Catolstra dribble improves, in
nice
and
job,
good.
Clayton.
Catolstra with 2. Clayton has really become the all-around glue guy for this Maroon Devil team. He kind of does whatever's needed, Swiss Army knife like.
That's him.
And there's going to be a foul. I think that's going to be on Catolstra, as he tried to step in and keep Tyler Walliser from rotating all the way around. It is the first foul, I think.
It is.
Of the game. And now into the game is Jared Hughes. He's going to get Lamb out, and it will be Kosnick who will inbound. And he does so to Brennan. Now Brennan will set the Mustang offense. So far, the Maroon Devils doing a good job handling the screen and roll offense by the Mustangs. And there's a running one-hander by Gage Kosnick, who is on the board and cuts the Swain lead to 2 at 13-11. Briar Yance on the top, cuts through the middle, gives it to Katolster, give and go. Back to Bradley. Bradley fires again from 3, and he's got it. And Evan Bradley may be tuning in his threes. The kid with unlimited range. He's averaging right at 17.7 a game, along with 4 assists. That's going to be Stevens. He cues up a 3, got it on the way. It's a little long. Clayton Katolster with the rebound. He finds Bradley. Bradley into the front court from the 10-foot line, feeling it. He's off with that one, but goes and gets the rebound, then finds Brett Treadway, who dribble penetrates his way in. Fadeaway jumper short by Treadway. And here come the Mustangs going the other way. Yance reaches in, taps the ball, will get called for a reach-in foul. And it'll be the second or third foul, second foul, all on the Maroon Devils. Kosnick inbounds to Brennan. So Tommy Brennan will set the Mustang offense against a tight man-to-man defense of this Maroon Devil squad. Jared Hughes over to Devin Stevens. Stevens tries to force it inside. Treadway slaps it away, but it's caught by Brennan, who fires a 3. Now Katolster tries to dribble out and cannot. He is stripped to the ball by Hughes, who lays it in. And it's 16-13 Maroon Devils. We're at 1:25 and counting in this first period of play. Treadway loses his feet but maintains his dribble. Katolster comes off of the Bradley screen, finds Evan Bradley outside. And now we'll be back over to Treadway's side of the court. Screen and roll by Yance. And Treadway trying to push the tempo on a drive. It'll be on the Mustangs. Little and Seth Parker check in now. Parker will get Zeke Bradley. Phineas Little will get Evan Bradley. And with 1:10 remaining, the Maroon Devils' Brett Treadway will inbound from underneath his own goal.
There he is.
They find Seth Parker. Parker, nice lay-in move on that side. Good pass, good lay-in. Seth Parker, a very smooth inside post player for these Maroon Devils. The Mustangs set their offense. That one's off of the shoe, and that, holy cow. As Brett Treadway caught an elbow that time from Tommy Brennan. Brennan will be called for the foul. That's the second one on Brennan, and Treadway had picked off the pass, was going the other way, and met Mr. Brennan head on. Brennan will check out, and Cole Lamb will check back in. And now Clayton Katolster, the lone starter still in the Swain lineup, will inbound to Brett Treadway, who will control the ball. For Swain, we're under 1 minute to play in this first quarter of play. Treadway to Yance on the wing, back out to Katolster from Yance. Katolster improves his position to Phineas Little over on the other wing. Now back to Yance to Treadway. The ball's rotated all the way around again. Treadway looks for an opening, backs his way back out. 34 seconds and counting. Now in the first period of play. Little on the wing. Tries to get it inside to Parker. Katolster steals it from Parker and weaves his way in for a basket and a foul on the play. It's going to be on Cole Lamb, and the basket is good for Clayton Katolster. 20-13 with 26 seconds left. Clayton Katolster goes to the line to shoot the first free throw of the night for the senior. Katolster spins, bounces, set on his way. It is back iron and out. Seth Parker fights Kosnick. Gage Kosnick comes away with the rebound. He kicks it ahead to Walliser, who's underneath to Stevens. He lost it. And coming out with it is Briar Yance with 14 seconds left. Little goes hard to the hole, and it's an offensive foul on Phineas Little. 3 Mustangs between he and the goal, and he went hard at it. Forced the call, and they made it on him. So with 11.6 left, the Mustangs with a chance to cut into the Swain lead. Lamb with the ball on a string, brings it around, hands it off to Walliser, who goes all the way to the hole, lays it up, and he's going to be fouled on the play. And it's on Katolster.
Clayton, that's 2.
Who's got his second one, and very quickly Evan Bradley will be off the Swain bench to get Clayton Katolster out. We're at 1.8 seconds left. And the first one by Walliser is good. It's 20-14 now with 1.8 left. Safe to say that anywhere on the court, Evan Bradley is semi in range. Got to be the thinking by Coach McMahon with 1 second left. This missed free throw, and Phineas Little rebounds it and just carries it out of bounds. And I guess that will do the first quarter of play. So that's going to wrap up the first 8 minutes with the Maroon Devils on top, 20-14. So Swain will inbound the ball to begin the second 8-minute period. Bradley gets a give and go from Little, but it's knocked out of bounds by Jared Hughes. Did a great job staying in Evan Bradley's hip pocket, knocking that ball out of bounds. So Bradley will inbound it from underneath the Swain goal. He finds Zeke Bradley. Little all the way back around the blanket. Evan Bradley off the dribble, running one-hander, floats around and is off. Rebounded by Kobaugh, and he kicks it ahead. Phineas Little caught that ball, but he was at full gallop when he did and couldn't put the ball on the floor before he moved. So it will be a turnover on Little, though he made a great steal on the play.
It's one thing about Phineas. He plays like a madman constantly.
Yeah, he's and that's a good way to talk about the Maroon Devils so far this season. They've been all out. There's no holding back, no saving anything. They go hard. Bradley to Little. Now Little on the wing goes to his right, even though he's left-handed. Lifts that one up and drops it home. So Phineas Little with a two-pointer on the drive. And Little gets a hand on that one, and it's out of bounds. It will be Smoky Mountain basketball from underneath their own goal. Cole Lamb will inbound it for the Mustangs. He finds Bumgarner, who's back in the lineup now. Bumgarner guarded by Zeke Bradley over there. Kicks it back out to Jared Hughes up top. Little's got him. Little goes for the steal, and here comes Hughes all the way to the hole, floating one-hander. It's off, and Zeke Bradley with a rebound. Kicks it ahead. Good outlet pass to Evan Bradley. Clean three on the wing. It's off, goes right to Jared Hughes. Hughes tries to come out. Bradley steals it and fouls Hughes on the play. So Evan Bradley with his first. And Brett Treadway is up off the bench. It's 6:58 to check Evan Bradley out of the lineup. So Bradley sits down, and Treadway gets some action here early, a little earlier than Brett probably is used to getting it in the second quarter. But that's okay. That's what's going to happen as you go through a season. Bumgarner by himself. Blankenship rotates over to help, gets a hand on it. I think Treadway got a piece of it. And now Zeke Bradley pulls down the rebound. Treadway into the front court. Seth Parker also in the lineup. He finds Little, Treadway does. Little's spinner is off. Now Little keeps it alive, saves it to Blankenship. Blankenship to Zeke Bradley. Zeke Bradley looks to the post to Parker. Bulls his way up. Is fouled on the play, no call. Hughes with it. Hughes is fouled on the play, no call. A little bit jump ball.
Oh, Lee.
A lot going on down there. It'll be Smoky Mountain basketball. So the Mustangs inbound it, and now Cole Lamb will bring it up court. The Mustangs field a lineup that only has Austin Bumgarner as a senior, though, Jeff, so they're going to be much improved over the course of this year and into next year as these sophomore and juniors improve.
Tell you what I'm noticing down there on this end, Coach. We're getting a lot of hands on a lot of balls. Our hands are very active on the defensive end.
Very active hands. That's been a trademark in their first three games, is very active hands. and their ability to pretty much switch on anybody on the court.
Wow.
And there's a foul on the perimeter as Walliser was dribbling at the volleyball 10-foot line. The foul call is on Brett Treadway. And so 6 fouls into the game comes Zeb Sink. Sorry, that's
freshman.
That's hard to say. Zeb Sink. And Zeb is a freshman, so the Mustangs continue to get younger. And now they've called a foul up front on Darren Blankenship, so that should be 1-1 for the Mustangs at the 5:58 mark of the second quarter. So to the line for the 1-1 will be 10 is Walliser. Foul was on Blankenship. I think that's his first. So Walliser goes back to the line and he makes that one. The 1-1. He is 2 of 3 so far on the night. And he will get a 4th one now and quickly up off the Mustang bench. And into the game was Nate Crow, and that was kind of a mess up from the get-go. So we've got Bedlam breaking loose all of a sudden over a free throw and a substitution.
Yeah, Swain wanting a technical.
That one's good. Now they can get the sub in, and they do. Nate Crow is in for Jared Hughes. So sophomore for the Mustangs. They continue to be a very young team out on the floor, and I'm quite sure they will suffer some growing pains as the season goes on. That has a lot to do with their 1-5 record, I'm sure. Phineas Little off the screen, pull-up jumper, banks it home, and Little with another bucket. It's 24-16 now. Maroon Devils racing into the front court is Walliser with the ball, Blankenship on him. He beats Blankenship, goes hard to the basket. Seth Parker with the block and with the body. And so far, Tyler Walliser, a junior, who is playing their point guard position for the most part, is being ultra aggressive going to the hole, and it's paying off for him. He goes back
This
to the
will be
line.
6th free throw.
He's
and he's hitting them.
one.
Yep.
Briar Yance is going to get Seth Parker. And so Tyler Walliser will get a 2nd free throw now. As you said, his 6th of the night. That one is good, so he's 4 of 6. And Briar Yance will set the action for the Maroon Devils. Little thought about it. Pass to Blankenship, and Blankenship is called for a travel. And it will be Mustang basketball. 24-18 is your score. 5:33 remaining in the second quarter. Bumgarner throws it in to Walliser. Walliser guarded by Blankenship. Screen out front by Bumgarner. Now Blankenship guards Bumgarner, and now they switch back, he and Zeke Bradley. That's the freshman, Zeb Sink, dribbling on the outside. And Andrew Kobaugh pulls it back out to give to Walliser, and that's an offensive foul on Walliser, who pushed off on Brett Treadway, and it will be Swain basketball, and they've changed defenses. The Mustangs are going full court, man-to-man pressure now. So Brett Treadway spins off his man, looks for a trap. He looks for a corner to turn and gets it, and then travels as he tried to stop. He stepped on, looked like Nate Crow's foot, and slid forward. And Evan Bradley is going to check in for Darren Blankenship, and the Mustangs have forced a turnover on 2 consecutive possessions now, and will have a chance to cut into the Swain lead. Sink on the wing against Bradley. Sink loses his dribble, now finds Kobaugh. Kobaugh back to the top to Bumgarner. Back to Kobaugh. They found Walliser rotating his way all the way around the perimeter. Tries to go under, and he finds Crow. It's Crow and, boy. Bradley, Zeke Bradley, tie up there. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Mustang basketball. And Sink will inbound it for the Mustangs. He goes deep with it. Briar Yance playing free safety, as you know how well he can do that.
He can do that.
Disrupts that passing lane, and it goes off of Crow, and it will be Swain basketball. We've got a timeout. I think it's a full.
Full.
We'll take a timeout as we go. 5:34 The Maroon Devils inbound the ball from right in front of the scorer's table, and now will possess it with 4:37 to go. That timeout was by the Maroon Devils, by the way. Briar Yance all the way across court to Phineas Little. Little tees up a three and misses it. Sink with the rebound. And now the Mustangs into the front court. Underneath to Kobaugh, who kicks it back outside to Walzer off the screen, all the way around to Sink again. Looks like zone by the Maroon Devils, Jeff.
Does look like we've mixed it up a little bit.
Crow with a three on the way, and that one's off, but Brett Treadway, the only Maroon Devil on that side with 3 Mustangs, and the Mustangs come away with a rebound. That's Kosnick over to Crow again. Crow lets that one go, and he's got a three. So check that. Nate Crow with a three, and he has pulled the Mustangs back to within 3 right here. The Maroon Devils, Phineas Little with a short elbow jumper off the pass from Briar Yance, and it's 26-21 now Maroon Devils. Bradley to Little off the steal, and Little lays it in off the Zeke Bradley pass. And now all of a sudden it's a 7-point lead. Phineas Little 10 points, as we said, averaging about 23. In the 2 games he had in conference, he's averaging about 28. Bradley and Kosnick mix it up underneath. Kosnick comes away with a rebound. Now he tries to get it underneath. Crow does anyway, and Little steals it ahead to Bradley. Bradley misses it, but Zeke's there to clean up his brother's mess and lays it home. It's 30-21. A great run by the Maroon Devils, who pulled away again after the Nate Crow three. Pulled it to within 3. The Maroon Devils have then went on a 7-0 run to kind of quiet things. We don't know what this timeout is, so we'll keep it right here. Worth note, Jeff, that these Mustangs will play at Franklin on Friday, which should be a good set of games. Traditional big Smoky Mountain 2A rivalry between those 2 schools. It goes back a long way, a lot like Murphy and Swain getting together.
Absolutely. And I've been looking at the box score. Franklin's boys playing really well right now at this point. Got some good wins under their belt, scoring a lot of points themselves. So it'll be kind of a good barometer to see maybe where we stand.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. And, of course, that girls' game also will be interesting. That being a conference game for both of those 2 teams. So that'll be a big one there. The Maroon Devils will go out of conference again with Highlands in town on Friday. If you've not been out to see these Maroon Devils in action, you should. They're a very exciting ball club. They're fun to watch. They really get after it on both sides of the ball, and they're high-paced energy, a lot of points. And there's a three by Gage Kosnick to break the 7-0 run, a big one by the junior.
That's going to be a backcourt violation.
And careless turnover by the Maroon Devils will give Smoky a chance to cut into this again. And we've got Bumgarner and Lamb back into the Mustang lineup. And looks like Sink and Kosnick check out of the Mustang lineup. So they go back with Lamb, who shared the point guard responsibilities early on with Brennan. And now Nate Crow comes all the way across the screen, finds nice pass underneath for Lamb, rebounded under there. Blankenship finally comes away with it, kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley a couple of dribbles off his leg, and then he collides down there with Walliser, and both of them are getting up gingerly, but it goes off of Walliser, and it will be Swain basketball. Treadway for Evan Bradley, Zeke Bradley for Seth Parker, who had checked in. So 2:13 remaining, and Blankenship will inbound it. That's to Brett Treadway. Treadway to set the offense now. We got a 3-second call underneath on Swain, so a third turnover. And in a row, the Mustangs with another chance to cut into this lead. And it'll be Bumgarner inbounding. Lamb will bring it up for the Mustangs now. Crow with it on the wing against Yance. Yance comes off the screen, good pick and roll. Nate Coffey goes to the basket, and he gets called for a travel as he basically used up his dribble before he was ready to make his move. Sub at the scorer's table quickly for the Mustang. That's going to get Coffey out and bring Kosnick back in. Kosnick gives very solid minutes for this Mustang bunch, so he's back in quickly after that rest. And that's taken away over there by Walliser, but he was standing out of bounds when he did it. Good crowd here tonight, Jeff. A good crowd the last home game. So the Maroon Devils drawing well at home, and as we said, Friday another home game. We hope everybody will come out and check out the action against Highlands. It should be exciting. Starts at 5 with JV boys and then runs all the way through the varsity boys. Zeke Bradley backs his way down, kisses one off the glass for a bucket.
It's going to be a travel.
Travel on the Mustangs.
I'll tell you what, Coach, I keep looking on this end, and Darren Blankenship very active on the defensive end right now.
I think he and Clayton Katolster in this early going have established themselves as sort of the defensive stoppers, if you will, of this team.
Yeah.
They really step up to that big challenge. Against Rosman, they had both of Rosman's big scores and kept them. Now, did they keep them from scoring? No, but they did a great job being aggressive all night on them, and that's the key to playing good defense. You're not going to keep great scores from scoring.
No, that's right.
You just got to make them work really hard to get what they get.
That's right.
And they've done a great job of that and continue to do so tonight. Treadway now controls the action. The Mustangs turned it over on a bad pass, and now the Maroon Devils will have it. Phineas Little up top looks at Bradley, who rubs off a nice screen inside by Treadway, and he is fouled as he cuts back to the basket trying to make a move. That foul will be on Bumgarner, and that's his first, so he's in good shape with fouls. I think both teams are in relatively good shape foul-wise. And Zeke Bradley will go back or go to the line. He's not been to the line tonight. He has 10 points already, right?
11.
He
hit that big 3 early.
That's correct. And he knocks down the first free throw to make it a 9-point game. Bumgarner checks out, and Devin Stevens checks in for the Mustangs. Check that 8-point lead for the Maroon Devils. Zeke Bradley with his second free throw on the way, the 6'6 sophomore. That one's up and good as well. So Bradley makes good on both of those. And now is probably the leading scorer for the game.
He is.
And this will be Cole Lamb working it up against Brett Treadway, a pair of 11s squared off against each other. Zeke Bradley jumps out on the switch as they screen and roll, and that's Stevens. They try to trap him, and they do. They go cross court, and they find Walzer. He goes hard to the hole, and we got a foul. That's going to be on Treadway. It'll be Brett's second. And back to the free throw line, Tyler Walliser, who's been there 6 times so far tonight, far and away more than anybody else on the court. To show how aggressive the junior has been, and he makes that one. So that puts
5 in a row.
Puts him up to 8 total points, 5 straight free throws. Try to play the broadcaster jinx there.
Oh,
Not quite in mid-season form yet, as that one sees all the rim and drops in for Walliser. Treadway brings it up court. Got a little bit of a mismatch on him. He's dropped his dribble, though. Good pass underneath by Blankenship as Treadway found Blankenship. Blankenship dropped that one off to Briar Yance for the lay-in. So 36-26, 10-point lead now for the Devils. 3 on the way from Walliser from the corner. It's off. Yance, only Maroon Devil over there. He taps it out of bounds. It'll be Smoky Mountain basketball. Cole Lamb to inbound it for the Mustangs. Drops it off to Kosnick behind the three-point line. They look for Lamb back behind the line. He spins underneath, finds Kosnick underneath. Stevens and Bradley battle for it. It'll be a jump ball, swing basketball out of that. So Zeke Bradley wins that battle. And Phineas Little will inbound it to Brett Treadway at 25.7 seconds before the half. And so Treadway crosses midcourt, looks to set the ball up. Phineas Little comes off of the screen, doubles his way around, spins and drops that one in. Phineas doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear with the face mask on.
No, I believe it's okay.
We're under 10, and Little steals that one, tries to get a shot off even then, but he's had a little bit more time than he thought he did, but he's telling the coaches he couldn't see it for the mask. Good excuse.
I ain't buying that.
Not
the way he's put it in the hole right now.
Didn't bother his vision on that last bucket. Yance intercepts that one.
I may go. Oh!
Briar Yance intercepted a three-quarter court pass and then had it just short as he shot it from the 10-foot line on the other end of the volleyball court. And we'll go to the half with the Maroon Devils with their biggest lead at 12, 38-26. Sorry about that, folks. We're back. Just nodded off there for a moment to apologize. But you know what, Jeff, from both teams' standpoint, again, it was a pretty good first half, all things considered. We see now the issues with this Smoky Mountain team is youth more than anything else. And you know as well as I do, when you start playing freshman and sophomore and they have to play major minutes, you're going to take some losses and you're going to take your lumps. But
especially against an experienced team like we've got out here tonight. I mean, it's obvious that the skill level at this point is just a little bit different right now. Our guys obviously look more seasoned and just a little more athletic right now, but they are older.
And I think that's the big key. The Mustang fans got to keep hope right here. Things are going to get better down the road. This team's going to get better as the season goes on. I guarantee they're better than they were 6 games ago right now.
Yes, I agree.
And that's the big issue that they've got to fight is fighting frustration of, I know 1-5 looks bad, but realistically, judging by this team right here, they're going to be much better than that before the season's over.
It's kind of like Coach White used to say when we coached football. Anytime we'd start a sophomore, he would say that was generally a loss.
Yeah.
So you look at it in basketball terms, and they've even got some freshmen out here. You know, you're going to take your lumps, but you'll be better off for it eventually.
Yeah, I think they're going to be better off as this season wears along and then next year as well. And, from this Maroon Devil standpoint, I don't think you can draw it up any better. There's a lot of mixing in there Coach McMahon had to do because of different issues of foul trouble and so forth and so on. So we saw some different combinations, at least, than we've seen in the past couple of games with this Maroon Devil team.
He has the unique ability that when he turns around, a lot of times as a coach, sometimes you turn around and you look and you're like, oh, boy, I don't have anybody to pick from.
Yeah.
He's got the other problem.
Yeah.
There's several he can pick from down there that can come in, and there's not a huge drop-off.
Absolutely. And that was the thing that made the biggest difference in the Rosman game the other night is eventually we wore them down in terms of the depth that the Maroon Devils were able to put on the floor. And there's going to be a lot of nights like that in the Smoky Mountain Conference where they wear teams down with this. It's just like you say, a constant barrage. It's not one of those where you're looking over there and, okay, we're going to get a little break when they bring these guys in.
Yeah.
We can make a little run. There's not that.
No, he's got the guy's soul, too. If you go in and you don't play hard, you know what? You're coming right back out because I've got some more in here that will go in and play hard.
Absolutely. And they're a very deep team, a very good team. As we said, going into the latter part of this week, the Mustangs are going over to Franklin. That's a tough place to play.
Yes.
No matter what you've got, no matter how good you are, it's tough. And when you know as well as I do that when you're young, those youngsters have to go through some of those tough battles sometimes to grow. And that's tough. But you have to go. You can't explain how hard it is to play at Franklin until you go play there.
That's it. There's nothing you can do to replicate stuff like that. You just have to go do it for yourself.
Absolutely. So the Mustangs will be at Franklin. The Maroon Devils will be back here with Highlands. We've got that game and then plus 2 more next week at home that we'll cover here on the Maroon Devils Network, and then we'll go to Christmas break. Maroon Devils will go to a tournament in
Towns County,
Georgia. That's correct. I was looking for the correct location and play 3 games down there, which will be good for both squads to get those in against people they don't normally see. It'll be helpful to do that. And then we head back in January, and the race is on.
Hit it wide open. I tell you, our guys are really setting themselves up right now to be what I think is a really contender of this conference this year.
I think so, too. I think we saw another contender in Rosman. I said to somebody that night, that's going to be a tough trip when we go over there.
It will
be a tough game.
It always is. And if you look at some box scores, I try to look just to try to keep up with what all's going on. Andrews played Hayesville really tough a week and a half ago. They wound up getting beat, played them really tough. And then last night led the entire game until the very end against Cherokee. And Cherokee came away with a 63-61 win against Andrews. So a lot of parity this year.
There is, and in relation to that, Cherokee kind of blew out Hayesville
they did.
Earlier by 20 or 30 there. And so that was a big win for the Braves in terms of the traditional conference powers, but I think you can expand that a little bit more with Rosman and Swain.
Yes, I agree.
And put them in that picture. Big news out of the Smoky Mountain Conference this week. I want to get your reaction to it real quick. Josh Cottrell signing with Western Carolina. Josh, of course, is a sophomore. Tremendous talent over in Hayesville, so he's already committed to the Catamounts, and that's a big get for the Catamounts.
It's a huge get for them. Anytime Western, I think, can get a local kid, it does so much to help just the interest in their program and everything. Although I must say, being an Appalachian grad, I thought it was strange with Big Brother up there that Little Brother chose to go to Western.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But they're not in the same conference anymore,
That's
so
true.
I guess they can live with it.
That's true. But, that's big for the Smoky Mountain Conference
It is.
to have a kid. The McMillan kid, I believe it is, from Cherokee, is up there
playing
now. So there's 2 Smoky Mountain Conference players. That could do nothing but fuel the interest in this area for Western Carolina University. So big get for them, but bigger get for Josh. Congratulations to him from all of us here at Swain and the entire Smoky Mountain Conference. And, of course, we look forward to competing against him for basically 3 more years because we've not seen him yet this year. So it'll be this one plus 2 more.
Well, I'll tell you, coaching against him last year, he's typical Cottrell, man. He's solid. He does all the fundamental things well. I saw the other night he scored 37 points against somebody. So
he'd gotten off to actually a hotter start than Phineas had gotten off to, if that's believable. But it was. I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to take our last break here this halftime. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you. So anyway, folks, we're back here for second half action. They started a little bit early on us, so I feel certain our radio crowd will join us here in a minute. Blankenship nearly with a steal. The Mustangs work the ball on the perimeter. It's Brennan to the hole. It's off, rebounded by Little, and then the Maroon Devils will press the action the other way. Finds Blankenship at the corner, back to Bradley up top. He tries to go inside of Katulstra. It is blocked. Bounced, actually. So welcome back to our listeners. They started the second half action a little early, even though we've gone to break. So we're back with you now. It's good to have you back. Maroon Devils with the possession here. They're working at trying to get it inside to Bradley. Nobody scored so far in the second half. Katulstra off the screen, back to Little. Takes a good look at a three. It's on its way. Rolls around and out. Blankenship almost with a hand on it. Couldn't get it. Mustangs this way. They've got an easy layup, and Cobalt.
Oh, he passed it up.
Passed it up. He had a layup. And again, that's youth mistakes.
It is, absolutely.
But they end up getting a foul out of that. Who was that foul called?
Zeke
Brown.
His first.
And that will send Walliser back to the line. He's had a night shooting free throws already.
Woo. 7 of 8.
And misses that one. He jinxed him. So Tyler with another crack at it here. It's up and on its way, and that one will be good for the junior. So now token pressure by Walliser and Bumgarner against the Bradley brothers. Evan brings it up, finds Blankenship, and Zeke Bradley down on the low block just kisses it off the glass nicely and continues to add to his good night.
15.
Bumgarner all the way. Bradley with a rebound. Kevin Love like outlet pass back to Little, who lays it up and in. Fast break. Maroon Devils. Smoky Mountain pushes the tempo back the other way. Bradley tries to reach in. He's going to get whistled for the foul. And into the ball game will be Devin Stevens. He's going to get Bumgarner for the Mustangs. That's on Bradley, his second. Still no foul trouble really for either club. it will be Colbaugh to inbound it. He finds Brennan. So Tommy Brennan sets the Mustang offense now against Swain. Katolster switches off on Brennan, keeps him from going all the way around. Clean look at a three by Cole Lamb, and he's got it. Cole Lamb for three. 6:30 and counting, 42-30.
Holy cow.
Half-court pass from Evan Bradley, alley-oop to Darren Blankenship. Going to have to get on Darren and find out why he didn't go ahead and put that one down with a dunk.
Tear the rim off that backboard.
Blankenship controlling the boards now. He's everywhere. Little passes it to Katolster. He couldn't find the handle, now hesitates, gives it back to Little. Little blows by going to his left, digs it back around to Katolster, who lays it up, and it rolls all the way around the rim and out. Stevens with the rebound for the Mustangs. Brennan steams his way into the front court now. He kicks it over. Bradley with a steal. Zeke's got it. He goes in, gets an easy layup out of that to add to his point total for the night. At the table is Gage Kosnick for the Mustangs. So Brennan sets the Smoky Mountain offense, waves a man out of the way. Stevens comes in to pick and roll. Brennan comes around and cans the shot off the pick and roll. So Tommy Brennan with two. It's 46-32, 5:25 left in the third period. Swain starts their offense. Bradley off a nice pick from Clayton Katolster. Darren Blankenship finds him for an easy layup. 48-32. So the Maroon Devils being much more pinpoint with their passing here in the second half. Brennan spins his way inside, drops it off to Colbaugh, who lays it up, and we're going to have a goaltending because Bradley slapped the backboard. So Zeke Bradley called for a goaltend, and it will be basket by Colbaugh. Kosnick gets him. Yance is in for Little, and 48-34 is your score. 5:01 remaining in the third period of play. Katolster inbounds, and it'll be Evan Bradley to set the Swain offense. Over to Blankenship. Bradley rubs off the screen again. Katolster's got it up top. They look at Blankenship off the screen. He almost falls out of bounds and has it picked away from him by Stevens. Stevens to Brennan. Brennan all the way. Pull-up jumper. Brennan's good.
Nice play.
So Tommy Brennan with it. The Devils push the action again. Bradley pulls up for three.
Short.
That one's going to be short. Katolster, can he save it? Yes, he can, but he does so right to Colbaugh, and then Zeke Bradley goes 3 rows deep past the Mustang bench, slapping that ball out of bounds. So if the Maroon Devils were going to relax with a lead, that hasn't happened. Shot on the way, back iron by the Mustangs. They're all over the rebound and saved it right to Zeke Bradley. That shot was from Lamb for three. Now it's Blankenship in the corner. Looks at Katolster rolling across and rotates it back out. Yance with a deep three on its way in and then back out. Bradley saves it, and they're going to get him for a foul. And at the scores table is going to be Trey Hamilton and Phineas Little. Little's got Katolster. Hamilton has got Devin Stevens, who gave the Mustangs a good boost right there with a good 3 minutes of play. So now it'll be Brennan into the front court to set the offense. Screen from Hamilton, back to Hamilton, poked away and picked up by Blankenship. And the Maroon Devils steam the other way. He finds Yance. Yance all the way across court to Little, who can't control the pass because I don't think he could see it.
I don't think he could either.
That was a bullet pass, and I think Phineas lost it in the mask, to be honest with you.
That's what he'd say.
I know that's his story.
That's what he'd say.
But we'll confirm that. So it goes off of the Mustangs, and the Maroon Devils control it. Zeke Bradley's got it on the wing, hits Evan Bradley on the backdoor cut. Evan goes to the basket and is fouled. So Bradley will go to the line to shoot a pair. Treadway off the Swain bench. The foul is on Lamb.
His second.
Bradley will shoot two, and it's going to be Jared Hughes and Brett Treadway off of the bench for both teams. Hughes has got Lamb. Treadway's got Blankenship. And so Bradley will get a second free throw here. It rattles around and is out. Kosnick with the rebound. and Brennan the other way against Bradley. To Hamilton up top. Hamilton surveys the situation, puts it on the floor, goes to his left. Now has nowhere to go with it. Little strips it away from him. Now Treadway strips it away. Hamilton's trying to get it, gets it out to Brennan. Brennan behind the back pass, and Briar Yance is the only one there to receive that. So the Maroon Devils steam the other way.
Pass.
Gets it to Little. He couldn't do anything with it, and that will be Swain basketball.
Holy cow.
Zeke Bradley
He nudged him a little bit out.
tumbled into Tommy Brennan, and the ball goes out of bounds off Brennan, and it will be Maroon Devil basketball. So Bradley has a look at a three. The other Bradley, Evans,
Knocks
shoots
it
a
down.
three, and he's got it off the pass from his brother Zeke. 52-36, Maroon Devils pulling away at this point. Mustangs need an easy bucket here, and that'll be Brennan in the corner, three on the way, and Tommy Brennan has got it down, and we got a foul on the play. The basket is good, and the foul is on Gage Kosnick, 35, I believe.
Okay.
I don't see a number, three, Jared Hughes is what he called.
Okay.
So now Zeke Bradley brings the ball across the court, gets it to Briar Yance, and we get more of that good ball movement as Yance finds Phineas Little for an easy layup, and it's 54-39. The Mustangs across half court. Brennan charges in, pulls up over Bradley, almost gets it to go. Hughes fights with Little for the rebound. Little's got it. He pushes it out to Yance. Yance
Good
cross
pass.
court to Bradley for an open three.
Boom!
Evan Bradley for three. And it's 57-39, the Maroon Devils. Zeke Bradley applies pressure full court. Brennan to Hamilton. Hamilton passes off to Walliser. Walliser goes all the way. The hole has it stripped. He's fouled on the play by Little. Ooh, boy. So the foul goes against Phineas Little. Let's see if it puts Walliser back in the line for two shots here.
Called it on Briar.
Was he in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He took a strip at it.
And we will have free throws here, again, by Tyler Walliser. Not sure what Tyler's career high is for free throws in a game, but he's got to be fast approaching it.
He's the only Mustang to attempt any tonight.
Well, he's attempted a few. That one rattles home for him and cuts the lead to 57-40 with 2:09 remaining in the third period of play. Another attempt on the way, and he's got that one down. We got a sub at the table, and Walliser's going to check out as Nate Crow checks in, a sophomore, for the Mustangs. So the Maroon Devils, Brett Treadway will control the action. He brings it up, and Zeke Bradley out front sets a screen for Briar Yance. Now he's got it down low, double teamed. He finds Treadway inside, posting up. Treadway rattles around and doesn't get it. Three Mustangs surround it, and Yance strips it away
Nice
and then
look.
finds Little for the lay-in. So Briar Yance with the strip and the assist to make it 59-41. Into the front court is Brennan. He goes cross court to Kosnick. Kosnick to Hughes for three. Hughes' three, battles around and out. Hughes almost wins the race for it, and now it's to Bradley from Little. Little gets the rebound, though, and lays it in, 61-41. Brennan crosses half court now, dribbles his way in. Free throw line extended jumper by Tommy, and it's good. Maroon Devils fast and furious. Push it right back up court, find Little underneath. Little pump fakes his way up. Too high off the glass for it to go in, and here comes Kosnick. Foul will be on Briar Yance. And Darren Blankenship leaps from the bench.
His third.
Seth Parker and Darren Blankenship in for the Maroon Devils. Zeke Bradley and Evan Bradley out for the Devils. Kosnick checks out for the Mustang, and it looks like Nate Coffey is in for the Mustangs.
That gives Phineas 20 on the night, Coach.
He's approaching his average then. 105 and counting, 61-43 your score. That's Brennan with the floater, and it's good from Tommy Brennan, who's become almost the sole point of offense for this Mustang team.
Yeah, he has. That's his 14th point.
So the Maroon Devils move the ball around, trying to double team as the Mustangs are trying to trap now to get something out of it. Little with a missed shot. Crow with a rebound. He kicks it out. Numbers for the Mustangs. Nice pass by Brennan to Hamilton. So Trey Hamilton with his first basket, and it's 61-47, 30 seconds and counting. Blankenship deep three. It's off. Treadway goes to save it, kicks it up in the air. Lil's got it, so Treadway does save it.
Nice pass.
Cross court by Treadway to Briar Yonts, who dips up and under Brennan to lay it in. Brennan to Crow. Crow's three is on the way, and it's good. We know what Nate Crow can do. He can knock those threes down. He does that down. Treadway weaves his way in and out, shoots it up as the time expires. Crow's got it. Shot is off, but no good at the horn. So that's going to end 3 periods of play here from Swain High School. Maroon Devils on top, 63-50. So we're back to begin the final 8 minutes of this one. Maroon Devils lead at 63-50, 13-point lead. Now the Maroon Devils looking to go inside off of the pick and roll offense. Blankenship steamrolls by his man and lays it in. Darren Blankenship, quick move to the basket, and the senior scores it. Evan Bradley picks off the bounce pass. Here he comes with numbers. Tried to kick a bounce pass to Little, and it's stolen in there by Coball. Brennan for three, and that's a nice pass. He kicked that right down to Gage Kosnick, who was waiting, and laid it in. Kosnick with two. Blankenship works this wing again against Brennan. He finds Katolster, who's new into the ball game, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Katolster. As Nate Crow did a good job stepping in there to draw that. So still a 13-point advantage, and as we saw in the last game, Jeff, it doesn't take much to get yourself crawled back in as long as you hang around, and the Mustangs have done that. They've hung around. And that's a runner on Coball, and Clayton Katolster is the source for every foul called tonight.
Yes, he is. That's 4.
So he gets whistled for that one. And we got
another one.
We got a technical foul.
Evan Bradley.
That'll be on Evan. And so to the line will be Andrew Coball. I think he's going to shoot the free throws on the Katolster foul, and then we'll have this is that chance the Mustangs have right here to eat into this lead. They could get it under 10 right here, Jeff, and he has hit one of his 2 free throws. Now he'll shoot the technical free throws.
Staying with him. There you go.
And he will get the ball out of bounds. The Mustangs will after this free throw.
Knocks him down.
It's 3 of 4. Now it's a 10-point game, 65-55. The Mustangs ball out. Katolster is out. Yonts is in. And we got a timeout by the Maroon Devils. It's going to be full. We'll take it with them down the line. So we're back following the Swain timeout. Mustangs basketball, chance to cut under 10, and a turnover by the Mustangs. Poor timing for that one, and Blankenship had a clean look at a three, but shows good wisdom on his part to get it underneath to Bradley, who has it blocked and then almost picked. Bradley has that shot blocked by Kosnick on the block, and the Mustangs come away with it, and it's a tied-up ball. The Mustangs are going to take a timeout. We'll stay right here. All they've got left is full, but we'll stay here, Jeff, and talk about what an interesting girls' game everybody missed if they just tuned in for this one.
Holy cow, it was unbelievable. The energy in this place was absolutely out the roof. At one point, it was an 18-point game. You thought, well, they're going to go ahead and finish the deal, and our girls just kept fighting and clawing and pushing. And before you knew it, we had a chance to win the dadgum ball game.
And you can't help but wonder if the same thing's starting to happen here with this Mustang squad. They've hung around and been down by 18, like you said, and now suddenly it's 10 with their possession. With a chance to cut it to 8 or 7 with a bucket.
You can't help but think that. I mean, it's like I said before, you look on the floor, and really it's obvious we're more athletic right now, more talented, but I'm telling you, their kids are getting after it right now, and that makes no difference whatsoever to them, and they're finding a little life right now.
They are, and they're finding their way. It's like we talked about, that young team just having to play, having to do these things.
They don't know any better.
They're just going to play hard, and whatever happens, happens, and that's how you become a good team in the end is by doing that. That's why we said it was so important for the Lady Devils to finish that way, is to just keep playing, keep playing. So now the Smoky Mountain Mustangs set their offense with Tommy Brennan up top. He finds Walliser on the wing. Walliser guarded by Blankenship. As you said, Blankenship looking to be that stopper. And that's Crow on the wing against Yance. They've got an open man underneath as Bradley has lost him, and that's laid in by Gage Kosnick again. That man around the bucket, and now it's an 8-point Swain lead, closest it's been in a while, and an errant pass out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang ball with a chance to cut it to 6 or 5 at this juncture.
Long way to go on this one.
Absolutely. 6 minutes exactly now with Brennan finding Crow. Crow's that three-point guy they want. Poked away by Yance from behind. And now Yance hands it over to Bradley as they head into the front court to set the offense. Now they've got to look for a good shot at this point. They can't just take anything. And Little's shot spins out, and here come the Mustangs again. They've had chance after chance after chance. There's Brennan, kicks it back. Brennan for three. Back irons it. Yance pulls that rebound down, finds Evan Bradley by himself, streaking down court. Evan lays it in, and it will be 67-57 again. Maroon Devils back up by 10. Crow thinks about a three, goes to Kosnick inside. Blankenship rotates over on him, forces a bad pass. Great rotation there by Darren Blankenship to help out Zeke Bradley and force a bad pass, and it'll be out of bounds. Maroon Devil basketball, and Evan Bradley brings it across midcourt over to Briar Yance on the wing. Back to Bradley, nice cut off the Phineas Little screen, and it's back to 12.
18 for Evan.
5:07 left. Bradley came in averaging just that, 17-7 or 18 a game for the senior guard. Kosnick on the outside against Bradley. Now Crow is trapped, and he finds Phineas Little, throws it to him. Phineas throws it up off the glass, basket good.
22 for Phineas.
And it's back up to 14. Brennan frantically motioning his man across court. Cut out and then back in. Bradley and Blankenship switch on the play, and Bradley had a hold of Tyler Walliser, and guess what? Tyler's going back to the line.
He's going back to the line. You know, I hate to say it, but that was absolutely a foul. That was a foul. And that's 4 on Bradley.
Well, he reached and grabbed him.
He absolutely did. That hold his arm. That's a foul.
That was pretty obvious. 4:38 left. Brett Treadway up off the Swain bench. Let's see if he's coming in. Shot's good. Imagine that by Walliser. He's going to have a career high in points at the free throw line.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This is number 14 coming up.
So steps to the line again. Chance to cut it back to 12.
He's 12 of 14, Coach.
That one's good. So now they need to force a turnover from the Maroon Devils. Yance with it to Little, spin move. Little forces it up off the glass. Yance tips it, but it won't go. And that's going to be
still
on the
be
line.
us, yeah.
It's Swain basketball. Blankenship tried to save it but couldn't, but fortunately, since it was off of the Mustangs. So Brett Treadway to inbound the pass. Got to go deep. He finds Blankenship, who skips it across to Yance. Now Little back to Zeke Bradley up top. Zeke dribbles against his man, kicks it back out to Brett Treadway. A little bit of patience this time by the Maroon Devils. Skip pass. Bradley tries to go up. It'll be a jump ball. It'll be Smoky Mountain basketball. So another opportunity to cut into this lead. So here, they're going to roll it up Rajon Rondo style. And that'll be Brennan picking it up now, guarded by Little. Brennan goes off the pick and roll to Kosnick. He lays it up. Can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound in there. Bumgarner's got it. Rolls it up and in. Basket. Good by Austin Bumgarner on the offensive rebound and a foul. Who was that on?
I think he said 10. Is that Breyer?
That'd be 4 on him, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So back to the line is Bumgarner with a chance to cut this to 9 as the Mustangs refuse to fade away in this game. Yance with a rebound, pulls it down, and then almost has it taken away. Treadway spins out of the double team and now frantically rushes across court back to Yance underneath to Little, cutting easy for the layup. The Mustangs trying to trap everything now, and the Maroon Devils having open looks underneath if they're able to get it.
Cow.
Little just picked his pocket bigger than life and goes in and lays it in. 4 straight points for Phineas Little as 26. He exerts himself in this game. Little with 26, as you said, underneath, and that's a good move by Walzer. Looked like he got fouled. Yance has it picked from him. Blankenship has it picked from him, and a foul is going to be called on Tommy Brennan, and Darren Blankenship will go to the free throw line. I believe we are in 1-1. Seth Parker checks in for Blankenship, so obviously he's not shooting free throws. Nope. Yance will inbound to Treadway from right in front of the Smoky Mountain bench. Pleasantries exchanged there by Treadway and Walliser. They may have been discussing where to eat after the game.
You want to go to McDonald's or Burger King?
I think that was it. Zeke Bradley up top with it by himself now. He tries to strip through the double team, and the foul will be on Gage Kosnick. Looked like that was a clean jump ball situation there. And Smoky Mountain wants a timeout. They're going to get it with 3:09 left here in this game. We'll take a break as well. 75-61 Maroon Devils. So Brett Treadway will inbound the ball from the Maroon Devils from underneath his own basket. He looks deep to Zeke Bradley. Bradley catches it on the bounce, pull-up jumper, and Zeke Bradley buries that one. 77-61 now. Walzer quickly on the other end. The Mustangs having to push the tempo more than maybe they're comfortable doing at this point. They find that was Brennan from the corner on the Walzer pass. Now full court pressure applied by the Mustangs, almost stolen by Bumgarner. Clint Hurley with good hands over there, making a nice play on that one. He was ready.
I don't even think he flinched, Coach.
He didn't. Nope. Evan Bradley back in the game for Seth Parker. So the Maroon Devils with 2:45 left with him and Treadway both in the game at the same time for guard play, along with Yance as well. So a lot of good ball handlers for the Maroon Devils. To the corner inside to Treadway, wide open. Brett Treadway lays it in on the Yance pass. and it's 79-63. And, Jeff, it's worth pointing out these Maroon Devils have scored 80 or more in 2 of their 3 games and could have easily scored 80 in the other one but didn't. So a very offensive gifted team.
Absolutely.
And they've got another shot at easy layup. Little blows it and then is practically mugged, and we're going to get teed up. It's going to be Brennan as Little and lost his cool a little bit.
Yep,
and it's going to
sure
be
did.
Tommy Brennan who is called for that technical. And that's going to be Brennan's 5th foul as well, Jeff. He is out of this ball game now. And so they are waiting for him to leave the court. And Phineas Little, I'm assuming, will have the 2 free throws and his technical foul to shoot as well.
It looks like it.
And the ball.
And the ball. That's right.
So that could be big right there in this ball game. Little will have the ball now. He spins it, dribbles it, shot on the way, and it's good, the first one at least. So Little with the second one, couple of dribbles, sights it, shot on the way, and it's good. So they're swaying basketball now, no more than that. And Phineas looking for his mask. He's hit 30 yet. That may be a good luck charm for him.
Yeah, I believe I'd keep wearing that thing.
It'd be like Rip Hamilton.
Yeah,
He'll have it on at the end of his career. He'll still have it on. Playing rec league games 10 years from now. So Zeke Bradley's going to hold it out there. He goes underneath to Yance, who kicks it back outside. So the Maroon Devils with 2 minutes left are going to be content to shoot free throws the rest of the way of this one. It does look that way. That foul is on Cole Lamb. I think we are to a bonus situation now with a 1-and-1. Evan Bradley will go to the line. Evan is up and good with his.
His 19th point.
82-63 now. Second one hits the front of the rim, but
so
doesn't
we've
make
got
it in.
a 28, a 20, and a 19. 3 guys.
And those are our 3 leading scorers on the year, so no surprise there. 3 on the way by Lamb, and he drains it. Cole Lamb with a beautiful shot on a nice pass from Kosnick. Kosnick's had some big minutes in here in the second half, Jeff.
They found something in that kid.
I think you're right. And they're just skipping the ball around at leisure out there for the Maroon Devils. Treadway underneath to Yance, and Yance will kick it back to Treadway. Cross court, Bradley. And they're just holding it. We're down to 122. And 119 and counting. Bradley is fouled. So this has been one where the Maroon Devils have had to learn how to fend off a pesky opponent down the stretch and pull away and win. Mission accomplished so far.
Mission accomplished. You know, it's kind of funny. You watch, and the style of play that we have, we're so aggressive to everything. We're going to give up some points and may even give teams an opportunity to hang around a little bit. But, man, when we hit them spurts, we just put them away again.
Yeah, it's tough to stay up. The Mustangs have been game all night, and they still trail by 20. It's been a lot closer than what this score indicates. There's Kosnick inside. He goes hard to the hole, misses it, almost gets his own rebound, but Yance gets it. Now he's got to battle his way out. Hands it to Zeke Bradley, who steams up court, finds Phineas Little. Little with it on the wing over there, back to Zeke Bradley. Zeke finds Evan cutting to the basket, almost slipped and fell, pulled it back out. Dangerous cross-court pass. Bumgarner almost with it. Little's got it on the wing. Yance takes a seat as he gets –
I thought Phineas was going to pull that over there for just a second.
He looked like it. It's out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to be Maroon Devil basketball perhaps, and I think the Maroon Devils have taken a timeout right here. It's a full, but we've only got 44 seconds left, so we're going to stay right here where we're at. In lieu of wrapping things up, when we finish, we'll just sign off as this one is almost over with. You've given the scoring rundown. What about the Mustangs?
Well, it looks like Brennan's going to fit. Well, he's got 16. Walzer has got 14, and then you've got several guys with 6, 8 apiece.
And we may try to sneak down and get a word with Scotty McMahon when this is over with. We'll leave that up to I'm sure our friends at WRGC will be ready to sign off by that point. That'll be fine. We appreciate everyone for joining us tonight. It's been actually a very exciting night of basketball. The two teams do it again, I believe, Monday. Isn't that correct?
I think that's right.
At Smoky Mountain, so we'll look forward to that one. Ice Littlejohn, Nolan, Arkansas, and Dylan Smith, along with Tanner Parton, have all checked in for the Maroon Devils for the final 44 seconds. So Arkansas with it on the wing. He thought about it.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll give it back to Yance out on the front, back to Littlejohn. And Maroon Devils looking to just ice this thing away. Smith goes hard to the hole, has it blocked out of bounds by Bumgarner. And we're at 31.5 seconds. If you want to slip on out and try to slip down with a microphone and catch McMahon, we'll
I'll see what I can do.
Cue that one up after we send it to home. Maroon Devils are going to clear this one away with 26 and counting. We're down to 20. Arkansas squeezes off a shot. That's rebounded by the Mustangs underneath, and it's going to be a foul on Tanner Parton underneath, trying to get the ball in the scrum there. 17.4 seconds, 85-66 in favor of the Maroon Devils at this point, who are going to move on to 4-0 and have Highlands coming in on the horizon on Friday. The Mustangs will be 1-6, I believe it is, and headed to Franklin, so their job doesn't get any tougher. But I'm telling you, Mustang fans, don't be too discouraged. This team is spunky. They're going to get better as the year goes on, and you're going to like the way they play. They were a game team for most of tonight. You're really going to like their style. So the Maroon Devils are going to hold it for the final 10 seconds. When they do that, we'll sign off for WRGC. That's Nolan, Arkansas attempting a three. Ice Littlejohn with a rebound, and we're down to 3-1, and that's going to do it. Your final here from Swain High School, the Maroon Devils 85, the Smoky Mountain Mustangs 67. Thanks for joining us on WRGC. We'll say goodbye to those folks down the line, and we'll see if we can corral Coach Scotty McMahon for a interview here on the Maroon Devils Network. Thanks for joining us tonight. He's flat turned us down. Okay. Yeah. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us. Coach Mack flat turned us down, so we'll catch him somewhere down the road. We'll put Aaron on that one. She can catch him sometime through the week. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Maroon Devils Network. We'll be with you again Friday. Jeff and I will be here for all the action as Highlands comes to town and the Lady Devils and Maroon Devils go at it. We'll be live with you at the completion of the JV game, which should be sometime around 6:30. So tune in with us there and catch all the Maroon Devil action down the road. Thanks for joining us tonight.